the only member left in this team battle exchange. Vegapatch having 2 wins, Infectious having 2 wins as well. Now let's talk about Mr. Crimson with that G. Again, having that fireball is pretty important so long as Karen does not have the meter, right? Occupying that space with the medium punches are going to be just as good contending against G's bufferable normals. So now you're talking about the matchup. Who is going to have the better half in neutral?
Early V skill there, not checking the legs. Phenom gets knocked down, but back to the middle of the stage they go. One thing I will say that translates very well from Dawson to G is space control. No confirm, gonna get the side switch? No.
No, not yet.
Makes him spin that V shift. That's not a bad thing for Karen. That means you have to deal a little less with that V shift or V trigger later on. And look at this, stun is on the table. Phenom known for the affinity to get you with these throw loops. Oh, that could have been a confirm. Didn't have to charge. Or probably just one confirm with the DP, excuse me.
And still kind of backing away. Doesn't want to overcommit. You could, oh boy.
Oh,
That's going to be more than enough to at least get
good.
out of the corner. A ton of damage. Heel kick on the way out. Dash up, command grab would have been it. But Phenom understands the scenario. He is a command grabber. You are not allowed to command grab him.
Round 2.
I'm the command grabber. You're the command grabbee. Don't you forget.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
Nobody. Low forward, playing a very patient game right here. Oof. That move just looks like it hurt.
Oh, the flailing roundhouse? Yeah, the amount of weight he puts down on it probably. Again, he's at Lincoln Logs for legs.
And the flannel pants on top of it.
Oh,
actually had the stand light kick and didn't believe. Okay, power of the earth. Goes for the sweep this time. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'd imagine that's not even what Mr. Crimson wanted, right? Buffering it at crouching heavy punch, or at least even confirming it. Having an overlapping input could possibly, you know, let that critical out.
What a stand medium kick. Oh my God, that exchange was not fair at all.
Don't get grabbed.
Okay, ready for it. We saw Phenom ready for the stand jab, interrupt, B skill. That's going to be that. And still would have had a nice confirm off of it. Could have dash punch low, wheel kick, still got the kill. 1 round apiece. Game number 1.
Good amount of critical, actually good amount of bar on the side of Phenom. Getting one big buffer, one big confirm could lead to a lot of damage and a full momentum swing. You see him fishing with the stand medium punch first, then checking with the medium kick afterwards.
Okay, and just walking into this footsie range. And this is what we were talking about in other instances in this matchup.
Oh.
Karen really does want to walk in a little closer versus G, but G's normals are really good at making her respect the space. Another trigger activation. Phenom has not been seeing much success with
these as
well. Oh no, actually finishes, and you see a physical reaction there from Phenom. Oh, command grab, not dead, but this isn't good. And
oh, now you're actually dead. Full on counter hit confirm.
And what's crazy is it's like Mr. Crimson knew. He was like, I'm not even gonna finish the full combo. You're really anxious to get back up. Lets him reset. He does EX for Senha on Wake Up, and Mr. Crimson gets the kill.
Yeah.
This match is important and could send Vodafone Giants home the team battle victors.
That's actually the first time we've seen Phenom actually crack mentally, right? He did not mean to let that Gudenken rock the full way that it did. After that punish, he's like, all right, well, I got to get back. I'm going to take the easy route and use the Senha. No.
Bro, the fact that he was ready with the crouching heavy punch confirmed, still got the clean hit on top of it.
Yeah. Crouching medium punch into the crouching heavy punch. Very, very nice. You love seeing that. I like how it's developed in the meta, where it's like you got to get these counter hits. The big counter hit confirms going, or the big counter hit punishes going. I'm telling you about that medium punch so many times. I've told you time and time again how good that normal is. But man, he flaps around. G can flap around too with some of his normals.
You need to be really careful. We went for throw right there. Wow, little end of his rope idea right there for Mr. Crimson. Tried to walk up, gets interrupted with the crouch jab. We've seen Phenom do this before, and you gotta guard the legs. You're hella dead.
If it wasn't that, there was plenty more behind it. That's looking great for Mr. Crimson, already at match point. Are we gonna see a full sweep with no wins on the board for Nordavind, or will Phenom pull out all the stops here? There is gonna be a punish incoming. Goes for the Orochi, more damage, more stun, and gets Oki after that.
Walking up here, man. Oh, wow, what an interrupt. We've seen shades of this earlier throughout the season. Tries to go for another throw again, right? back throw. Phenom just to get something started. You see him just ducking right there just in case a jump comes out. And that crouching medium kick with so much range. Speaking of, I got one too. V-Skill to get the knockdown. Here comes Phenom.
Throw is tech. Mr. Crimson walking out of the corner, waving to the crowd at home, but still Phenom not letting him advance for free, checking him with the normals, and now the harassment from the other normals too far away to get the confirm, and Phenom knew it, but still committed. Here comes Mr. Crimson. Uh-oh.
Oh, that was definitely throw. That was command throw. That was command throw. And he's definitely sniffing our throws and the fact that G wants to walk up and try to get you with normal throws as well. I think that's one of the strongest things that Phenom has at his disposal. He's not going to let you get comfortable at this range and just walk up and throw him. You're going to work for this throw. He's a command grabber. He knows. I am the command grabber. These are my demands. Stand still and let me command grab you like a good player.
We don't negotiate with grabbers. Sorry. That's exactly what he was doing, right?
We don't negotiate with grapplers. You're either gonna jump or you're gonna not get hit. I just broke my pen. Oh God.
About to break his back. Here comes Mr. Crimson with the throw. Checking with the lows afterwards. Looking for the movement option against Phenom. Throwing out the fireball after the buffered normal. Really intimidating that presence, not giving him any leeway to get himself started. No buffered normals coming out. Just fireballs.
That was dash, and he's in trouble. Oh, okay, this is big. I feel like Phenom is just giving Mr. Crimson too much chances, and he had the hit. He's giving Mr. Crimson too many chances to run it back, and he gets opened up.
Walk out of the way. That's gonna be it. Destruction.
Vamos! Absolutely. Cristo.
Vodafone Giants. Clean team sweep, 2-0 across the board, and you can see Vodafone Giants really holding that. That is a clean win that we have here for the team. That's a good spot to be in. That's going to push them up to 3-2, kills that tie, but activates another tie. Team Panda now tied with the Vodafone Giants.
On the other end of that spectrum, right, you have Nordovan tying it up with Bandits, too, despite taking that L. You know, Bandits from last week, they suffered an L as well. However, I feel like there was a slight game differential and benefit towards Bandits. So, but is it even going to happen? I like this choice. We've talked about this choice before. Alex being able to kind of counter-poke Karen in the ranges that she's comfortable with.
It's all 6'5".
She doesn't have the tools necessary to kind of combat on defense.
Not all the time. Not all the time. Alex doesn't have any good wake-ups. Obviously, I ain't going to say any good wake-ups.
I don't think she has any good viable situations for playing defense on wake up.
Oh, no, that's definitely true. Slash elbow, a good option here.
And this is what I want to see, right? Oh, yeah, you're not allowed to get it too many times over because if Punk gets a hit of that, he understands what's necessary to interrupt. Big confirm.
Okay, spinning it. Oh, the shimmy. Okay. Oh, wow, crouch jab, go straight. Oh, this is going to hurt.
That's a big boot, dash up, lariat, put him to sleep.
What's the Oki? What's the Oki? Grab. Yeah.
Slap
lariat.
chop. Lariat plus scenario, backs away to safety. Punk is going to be chilling. D-reversal, I like that.
Gets a little gray life. Makes it a lot easier for any hit to do it. Going to slow down the pace for Problem X here. Problem X can definitely still take it if you would have found a hit, but that stand medium kick, a good range tool to keep any character at bay.
If he actually let the boot rock actually hit with a roundhouse crush counter, I think he would have done it.
Oh, wow. Not sure what that was, actually.
Not what he wanted. Oh, you know already Punk was after that. I think that's what Problem X wanted, right? EX heads the first
EX
time. Plus checking the movement afterwards. A little bit of damage. Oh,
the whip punish and the charge and the V skill. Good V reversal. Knocks out the V trigger.
AKS. Medium. Watch out for the command grab. EX for Senha from the side of Punk. Activation from the sweep. Back throw in full control now, but still at a life deficit.
He did. Crouching medium punch confirm into trigger. Gonna give you that heavy swipe too. Get a heavy punch after that.
Checking with that crouching medium punch just in case Punk wants to move forward, but he's going to try to play the whiff punish game instead. The problem is he kind of puts himself into the corner exactly where Problem X wants him. It's not going to be too bad of an idea. What?
Yeah, you get that charge again, and you get that EX follow-up.
My man just slapped the fierce on him.
Oh, wow, the stand medium punch? Yo, Punk.
Nice.
Okay. You saw a counter hit on the side of Problem X. Did catch a button press from Punk as he used that slash elbow. Another slash elbow coming your way. Nothing to interrupt it, though. Nice and easy. Problem X is really starting to set this pace out with a lot of the mediums and then firing away with the counter poke. You see him whiff that stand heavy punch. That's going to be big intel for Punk. Just looking for these normals to whiff punish now, but he has to be very careful in how he wants to make it happen, how he wants that normal to come back out again.
Looking for a low forward, finally gets it, gonna push to this corner, but still a lot of damage left to be done. Trigger on the table. There's the activation after the block crouch and medium punch. Could have confirmed. Actually could have confirmed right there. Oh, whiff punish, he's gonna spend it. Definitely gonna spend it. I don't think he's dead. I don't think he's dead though.
After 2 hits?
Oh, never mind. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
Hey, Justin couldn't see it before. We couldn't see it. It's fine.
Yo, Punk just looking back at the rest of the team. Yo, him and Big Bird still taunting each other right now.
Round 1. Fight.
Problem X down a game right now.
And it wasn't for lack of trying. Honestly, it was tied up in the rounds in that sequence. Problem X was trying to figure out what's up. Ooh, boy. A slightly aggressive, a more aggressive Punk in terms of movement. But look at all the heavies just flying out.
You're dead.
Charge it up.
Big swipe.
AKS. That's a perfect.
Bro, when Alex started doing combos, oh, it looks so sick.
It's so nasty. It's actually so nasty. Ooh, speaking of nasty, standing medium punch. It's that button. It's that good. That needs to be a t-shirt. Oh, I'm telling you, it's that button. Oh, dear God almighty. Oh, my God. Forward throw. Nice tech. That would have been a big stun. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Let me get some meter. This is gonna hurt.
Reset. Oh, boy.
Yeah, no, he didn't have the resources to kill.
I think if he might have gone for like the EX Orochi, possibly kill if he wanted to spend that much bar.
Okay. Defense looking really good for Punk right here.
Oh.
What a check. Stand, light kick, not gonna do it. 1 round from starting the rounds here. Punk needs this one though. Needs this one before we go any further.
Standing medium punch. It's a good button. That's going to be the tool right now as Punk is looking for the normal. But it's never been like the anticipation of the low medium kicks against Problem X. It's been finding the mark a good amount of times. And that's great, right? Getting yourself ready for the counter poke just in case Punk is not ready for the timing. Against the crouching medium kick.
Big
oh, boy.
crush and just delayed it a bit too long. That was a big chance for damage right there. Forward throw, CA still available for Alex. 2 boots, not going to work.
I thought that was on the other side.
Yeah, neutral jumping really does, it's really good because unless they do the stun gun headbutt, should be fine.
Check the low forward, there's the boot, looking for any sort of mediums is Problem X, plus frames after that. What's Punk gonna do? He's still gonna stay in his lane and try to get, oh boy, at least the medium. Here comes the view reversal, yes sir, from Punk. Had to relieve the pressure, but look at all the meter being spent from Problem. Not quite dead yet. A throw will do it, and he will do it.
The power bomb to close out one more match right now, and that slow and steady game lets you know who's in control. If this going slow, I feel sorry for whoever's fighting Alex, because that means he's slowly but surely gearing up to take you out 1 match apiece here. This could be the end of this team battle if Problem X can close out.
Alex is definitely the character that make you feel so bad about your decision making. If it's wrong, he will make you hurt dearly for it.
Neutral jump, looking for the stomp, but no meter there.
I'm telling you, he is setting Punk up right now. He's setting him up and trying to get involved with a lot of these normals. Like he wants to whiff punish this. All right, I'll make him think it's coming out. Instead, I'm going to hit him in the face with the spears. Side switch off of the Gurenken. Down punch follow up. There's the throw. Plus frames again. EX% not afraid to let the risks fly.
Tried to go for another throw. Trigger's on the table for Alex. There's the last of the trigger. Heavy kick. Activate. Ducks the lariat, wasn't prepared, but Punk playing at a very dangerous range. He could have died. He would have been hurt. He would have been hurt. Ooh, he would have been hurt. He might not be dead, but he would have been hurt.
It would have been a DDT OP scenario.
Any one of these confirms from a special move will go into the V-trigger follow-up. He's not dead, though.
Not enough. didn't have the extra bar to do it. 3 light kicks, checking with a low afterwards, and of course, that sequence, you're forcing that man to guess, but there was no interruption on the command dash from the side of Problem X. Punk actually smiled after that. He's like, oh, you weren't ready for this.
Stand medium punch.
Ooh.
Crouching medium kick this time.
Ooh. Just inching his way forward just within range, and he's just tempting Punk to press a button. Look at him.
That slash elbow covers a lot of good ground, and light quick kick one.
With punish. That roundhouse that Punk let rip earlier, still counter poking his way. Problem X being a little bit more active.
Oh. Lariat, crouching medium kick, and you see Problem X backing up. Wants to control that range still. That light kick, side switch. Yep.
Yes, sir. Off the left, we're saying how big tech, a very important one at that, because now it's going to give Problem X a lot of time to get all of these plus advantages. Oh! You tucked him in from that far? Long distance night.
Okay, wait a minute. Side switch. No. Fights out of the corner. Back throw for the side switch. There's the activation on the trigger.
Oh, the DDT finds him. Damn, that's a lot of damage.
That was crispy.
Put her in the dirt head first.
Yo, this is trouble. Panda in trouble right now. If this goes the way Problem X wants it to go, that's going to be a team sweep. Hold these lariats.
Slash elbow finding just a little bit of damage at the very end. No anti-air. Bomb!
Look at the damage, though. Look at the damage, though.
Okay.
Hyper. Ball. Lots of meter and resources on the side of Punk right here. He needs this round.
Oh, that's so far away. Even after 2 light kicks, still being able to pressure afterwards. Back away, back it up.
V-Trigger has really been what's gotten Problem X back into these games. And the consistent harassment with the slash elbow. Punk trying to move.
Tuck it in. Bomb! Do it again. Oh, he knew. He knew he's in threat. He's in danger.
Nice.
Oh, 8% not great reaction.
Yo, come here, a little closer. I want to let you in on a little secret. Street Fighter League is amazing. Street Fighter League is godlike, and that is evidenced by what we saw last week. We had Team Nordovit go head-to-head with Team Vodafone Giants. These teams are both 2-2. They needed to win, but in the end of the day, the Giants showed exactly why that is their name, why they deserve it, as they got the 3-0 sweep when they needed it most. And we saw Mr. Crimson, even with the band Dawson. You think he cares about bands? He busts the G out, get the victory over Phenom regardless. Amazing work. But the 3-0s did not stop there, as we got to see Team NASR get their long-awaited run back with Team Panda. We know there's always a whole lot of chirping back and forth with these squads, but the beautiful thing about this league is that it always gets settled on the stage, on the sticks. And in this case, Team Panda suffered a rough and humiliating even 0-3 loss up against NASR, with Problem X finishing off Punk with the Alex. And this week we have a couple of David versus Goliath situations. But you know what happened to Goliath, right? We're going to see what happens when Team UYU faces off with the red-hot Vodafone Giants. Right now, UYU is 1-4, and we're going to the second half of the season. They definitely need these victories, and I think that we're going to see something a little special now that NL's Cammy is free. We also have Team Bandits going up against the seemingly unstoppable Team NASR. These guys are 5-1 right now, ladies and gentlemen. 5-1. I mean, does that one loss even count at that point? I don't think so. But someone wants to give them one more loss on that record, and that is Team Bandits. Right now, Mena is coming off of a very important OCV, and Kaba is back with the Gao. What is going to happen? We don't really have to speculate because we're about to find out next on Street Fighter League.
Street Fighter League Week 9 Season 4 starts here, and we're on the other side of that half-season mark. We are in, I feel like, the end game, I should say. My name is Tasty Steve, joined by my bro Vicious, and this is getting interesting. We've seen a lot of upsets down the line, especially from some of these newer teams. Let's give you guys the rundown. We have two returning teams. UYU and NASR, our last team's champions, have their work cut out for them, and it has been quite the season. First off, Panda joins us, new and improved Team Alpha 3, now with Justin Wong. We have Team DR being represented by the Bandits, of course, Mena RD leading the pack, and then right after that, we have the Vodafone Giants, who are looking tremendous in this season of Street Fighter League. And then, of course, at the tail end, we have Nordavid, who also did not have the best season last week. However, this is where things can definitely turn up for the better. What are your thoughts so far? Now that we're on the other half of the season, what are you thinking that we're going to see going on the other half, including those bans, because that is an important factor.
That's right, yeah. One of the most important things that everyone else should be thinking about is now that we're in the halfway point, we're in the second round robin phase, you can't ban the same character you did in that first half, and you got to consider what kind of team order all of these other teams are thinking about when it comes to the second ban choice. Again, with Street Fighter League, you cannot ban the same character. We cannot emphasize that enough, but it just comes down to it. A lot of these players are pretty much unbannable. Some of them face the wrath a little bit more than others and fear those repercussions, but as it stands right now, some of these players are going to be let loose even more, allowing themselves for different types of synergy and team orders going into it, as there's just so much on the line, right? We're looking at everybody going tooth and nail, as you see in the current standings. In fact, let's take a look at what it looks like right now with NASR ahead of the pack. 5-1. Vodafone Giants trailing just behind a little bit. Panda falling a little bit under at third, of course, with 3-3, by the way. Nordavid and Bandits both tied up at 2 and 3, and down below is UYU, still trying to look for more than that single win right now at 1 and 4. But that's the beauty of it all, right? We still have so many more weeks of regulation play that leads up into that final week of the season finale, because there's so much on the line, like previously said. $75,000 going towards the winning team, on top of being able to play against the prestigious Street Fighter League Japan team towards the end of the season.
And with that being said, let's give you guys the rundown on how the format is going to go. 3v3 Waseda style format here for Street Fighter League. That means each team is going to submit a player order, and if the player wins, they go to the back of the queue as the winner, and if they lose, they are eliminated from this week's team battles. These matches will continue until one team successfully eliminates all 3 members of the opposing team, and that is how we crown our team battle champion. Of course, you cannot forget the ban rule is still in play, and you can't ban the same character that you did in the first half of the season. So that means these players will have a chance to open up and get some actual damage with their real characters. But talk to us about the team battles we have going on this week, Mr. Vicious.
That's right, with week number 9 on the way. It's going to happen soon. UYU versus Vodafone Giants is coming in full effect, as well as Bandits versus NASR. It's going to be a full-on run back for all 4 of these squads, with different bans that are going to be in play. Which ones are going to happen? We don't know just yet, but I'll tell you what, we're going to find out very, very soon. Not without thanking Astro first for being a huge supplier in the headphone game and the mix-amp game for Street Fighter League, being the official peripherals for these players.
Yeah, that is definitely true. Astro has actually hooked up everyone here. All the players already have some myself with that slick A40 headset, which all the players have been using, and it definitely sets the tone to that tournament setting that we're used to in the fighting game community. So shout outs to Astro, like we said before, for being the official headset and mix amp of Street Fighter League Season 4.
Check it out down below over the Twitch panels to pick it up, being supporters of the FGC for 10 years. Big ups to Astro.
And with that being said, you know the team battles, you know who's representing us, and you know what kind of headphones we use, but you want to see the matches. The head-to-head happens right after this break.
This is one of the best grand finals you're ever going to see.
What a set between these two.
Is it going to be Idol moving into the Capcom Cup, or will it be Punk?
It could be a fairy tale story this weekend.
It's going to be the very final game that gonna do it? Does he find it? He does! Oh!
Kusanagi qualifies for Capcom Cup.
I done it! Oh my goodness, Logan! We gonna fucking Capcom Cup! Unbelievable!
Super! And there it is! NL! That's more than enough, and Nephew is your qualifier.
That's gonna be it. Angry Bird solidifies his spot in Capcom Cup.
Do you believe in fate?
Turn out, there it goes just like this, and Mago is your first qualifier. Exclaiming again who he is. I am Mago.
I will fight you.
Yo, optimization. And he's done it again.
Could we really expect anything less?
Find me better Street Fighter. I dare you. It's right here. You don't even have to go anywhere. I bought it to you.
Dream matchup for Street Fighter 5, man.
Well then, let me test your skill.
Fear my strength! Have a taste of this! Don't take this personal! I'll show no mercy! This is for my fellow hunters!
We are back. Week 9 Street Fighter League well underway. We've already set up our first team battle. It's going to be UYU versus Vodafone Giants. And UYU has just had a rocky history here for Street Fighter League overall. I mean, they did get their first W in Street Fighter League history this season, but the Vodafone Giants are just exactly that in name. They're giants. They're giants in the SFL as well.
Vodafone Gigantes, that's for sure. UYU, I actually got to talk to one of their members outside right before their matches actually this morning. Oil King was kind of feeling the pressure a little bit. He's like, it's kind of tough. We're trying to find our way in. We got our W, but as it stands right now, everybody is just so difficult to conquer when it comes to picking the right bands and picking the right order. They did admit in the beginning, they're like, all right, well, we weren't too tactical with our choices when it came to the team formation, but we're slowly starting to get out of it, get in the swing of things. We do have the second half to play, and I was reassuring them. I'm like, yeah, you exactly have, a bunch of weeks to get yourself in gear, right? You cannot be hurting yourself this much because you're still playing well. If you look at all the matches you've actually gotten, it's actually way decent to get these kind of better match differentials rather than just getting straight out blown out, right? So you're still in contention for at least the 4th spot where it all kind of resets into a brand new bracket. So I told him, I'm like, look at the bigger picture here. Don't focus on like the subtle, like the little small losses right now. Start kicking it into gear this week. And, you know, Oil King is like, you know what, we really should start taking into consideration all the bans, all the team formats. And I'm pretty sure, like, you know, they have a refound kind of a newly found sense of confidence in each other now that they've really taken into consideration everything that's been going on these past couple of weeks.
Well, with that being said, let's look at the bans really quick. We have UYU banning Fong for Vodafone Giants. So that means we will not see a powered up Vega patch, right? And that works out pretty good for their layout. Then you have Vodafone Giants taking out Oil King once again and aiming for Rashid. And this is, like I said, this isn't the worst instance, but still, you not having that Rashid hits. Oil King Seth has been pretty sharp.
I like his Seth a lot, actually.
Yeah.
His V-Trigger 2 mix-ups in the air with Annihilation Sword, those are mad nasty. He's caught so many. I think he's caught every single opponent with a mix-up or two, at least minimum one, right, with Seth.
Well, I mean, and Oil King really has his work cut out for him because, yeah, he definitely has those mix-ups. But we've seen a lot of people get used to fighting Seth to a degree at this point. And those mix-ups haven't been as powerful. But Oil King, I feel like the player here, we talked about who had the better Seth last season. We were bouncing with like Shen, we were bouncing with like Angry Bird, but I think Oil King the most consistent at this point, especially with how some of those mix-ups was playing out, especially on V-Trigger 2.
I mean, we'll see. We do have Team UYU standing by with an interview with Rob TV to take a look at how they've been feeling up until this point. Let's take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by one of the most well-respected and I always add most fashionable teams in the entire FGC, Team UYU. What's going on, fellas?
Hi.
Don't ever give me a low energy. What's up?
No.
You know what I'm saying? We better than that. See, exactly. See, I like that energy right there. What's going on, Gun?
Yeah, it's okay.
You're not Gun. Why you trying to steal his stuff like that, man?
Yeah.
You know, right now, I'm a bit sad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly sad, but it's still early. But I feel like you guys' team is godlike. And I mean that as far as like as a collective. And like Kami specifically, you know, you guys will be looked at as two players who have more experience than Kami. But I feel like, you know, throughout this entire season, Kami's been like specifically godlike, like doing, you know, everyone's saying the same thing behind the scenes. What do you guys think as far as like right now you're 1-4? How are you feeling going into the second half of this season? And actually, before you talk about the second half, how are you feeling as far as how things have gone up to this point is a better question.
Okay, I think of course 1-4 is not a really good result, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's not end yet. We still have the second round.
Thanks.
And just like you say, I think this time, Kami, Angel, and me, I think we play not really bad. Just not catch the point to win. That's what I mean. But
yeah.
I think we will be good for the second round because Angel have three tie have more chance to play his Kami.
Yeah.
Right. But even he cannot play Kami, I can play my Rashi, right?
Yeah.
So I think we will be fine. And still, I think still not our tour is still not ended yet because if we can try to win the 5 game,
yeah,
we still have a chance to top 4. That's
what
I think.
I think it might even be possible for you guys to lose one, depending on how stuff goes. You might even be able to lose one more, to be honest, because people have, like, I know now Panda even is at 3-3. Yep. You know what I mean? Like the pack is super thick right now. NL right now going into the second half, of course, you're gonna have your Kami more. Yeah. Outside of just having your Kami more, you have your Ryu and your Akuma. I think so far I don't believe we've seen an Akuma yet, have we?
One time.
We've seen Akuma once and Ryu once. Yeah. How are you feeling as far as the rest of the season, even in the matches that you don't have? Like, do you feel like you have fully been yourself yet, as far as the skill level that you expect from yourself?
I was okay with my sub characters, but even I used Kami 2 times.
Yeah.
I lose because I have second season, so maybe better. I feel.
Do you think that you've put? Well, what I've wondered, like watching, is like, of course, we all look at you as like such the amazing player that you are, right? Yeah. Again, we just saw, of course, even prior to just this year, just throughout your career, but even recently, we just saw what you did at Intel World Open, right? I always bring it up because that's something I was there to witness. I just couldn't believe my eyes how amazing that was. But do you think that maybe you've like felt like extra pressure on yourself because everyone knows that you are so strong and expect you to smoke everyone?
Everybody's strong, and I want to be the win, and my teammate do their best. So I want to be my best, but a little pressure for me. But everyone's strong, a little hard to good performance with my play.
Yeah, no, definitely understandable. And my boy Kami, you know, what's going on, brother?
Not much, just chilling.
I like you right now, bro.
Just chilling.
I don't think I'm rocking with your. I don't know what you.
My energy?
Yeah. You seem kind of sneaky right now.
I'm chilling.
All right. Well, in games so far, I would say that you are far from chilling right now. You've been playing extremely well, but again, still, as far as like the overall team, you haven't gotten the results that you guys want quite yet. What's your mentality as far as going into the second half of the season and your confidence level individually and for your team? Especially individually, just because I feel like no matter what for a team, of course, nobody's gonna be like, oh, I don't got confidence in my team. But you'll keep it a buck about yourself. How are you feeling?
Well, me personally, I feel really fine. I don't really care if what character I have to play. Also, I feel like I won't really get banned since most teams will want to ban NL and UYU King.
Yeah.
So I kind of just get to like slide by and do whatever I want, So I'm not, I'm just chilling.
So as far as you guys' next match, this is your first match of the second half, and you are going to be going up against the Vodafone Giants. Now, of course, they're a team who their momentum, I would say they're kind of volatile, I would say. Because at first they were looking like, them and NASR maybe were looking like the top two teams, and then it dipped, and then they just got a big win. So we don't know exactly what they expect. They're kind of a wild card, and they did ban Cammy last time, right?
Yes.
Oh, so you guys have Cammy now and everything. Well, King, what are you thinking of going to that match with the Vodafone Giants?
I think this time they must will ban the Cammy, and last time we already banned Dawson, right? So this time we ban Ben. I think if for backup match, we should maybe all good, but for Infectious, Zeku, and for Quimus and Dawson, I think it will be very tough,
Yeah.
But I think we are ready.
I mean, I agree. Do you think it's safe for me to, call me Gun? What do you think? Is it safe for me to bet a few Bison bucks on this on Team UYU?
How much Bison bucks you got?
I'm thinking about maybe like 50 bucks.
You got
on you guys. On you guys. 50 Bison bucks on you guys. You think I'm safe?
Yeah.
All right. So basically, Kami is telling me he will pay me back 4 times that amount if they do not get the victory. Such an honorable gentleman from an honorable team. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Team UYU.
Man, you could hear the amount of pressure that NL is under, right? I thought it was just Oil King, but you could tell from NL, he's really starting to feel it. He's like, yeah, even if my Cammy is unleashed, it still feels like I'm not able to play as myself. It's just a different environment, playing it offline and playing against the caliber of players you would meet at said Capcom Cup, any high-end CPT event, any major event, right? So I get it, it's understandable.
With NL, it's really one of those things where I feel like a lot of people come here the first time, and the team dynamic is different. Of course, he's on UYU, one of the family teams of the fighting game community. However, having a team format, saying the pressure that he's under is a real thing. You see a lot of players, no matter how good they are, your Punks, your Justins, your Nep, the whole line, everybody, the Big Birds, there's pressure on every side. Phenom being in that position where he has to play as the anchor all the time, that pressure builds up. That mental stack is not easy. You're not playing one match to advance.
It's a different ball game, right? It's not going to be just your sole results, right? Your results are on the backs of your other teammates' performance too. Like, sure, people can clutch it out, they get OCV, whatever, but it still comes down to the amount of wins that you guys get as a team, as a unit, to be the best, to be in the #1 spot, right? So we'll see how it plays out. NL still trying to find the wings underneath them along with the rest of the team with Oil King and Kami. But on the other hand, Vodafone Giants have really acclimated themselves pretty well, I should say, into Street Fighter League.
Yeah, I feel like, and a lot of people, I was actually having a talk. I think that the order in lining up some of these potential matchups is a lot more important than people are looking at. I mean, if you look at Vegapatch plays Phone. I don't know the character representation number, but I'm pretty sure he might be the least played character, right? The
only other person that plays this character is over in Street Fighter League Japan,
right? And so it's for me, I'm like, well, how do you not see how smart it is to have a lineup to where you can have Vegapatch still be on your team and get these W's, still be in second place, fighting alongside some of these teams, and still now they're getting to the point where they're banning Fang, and Vegapatch is the last player on the team. It's like they knew exactly what they were doing. This second half of the season has already shown that the meta is different, and Vodafone Giants, they're completely ready to take the lead. In fact, they're so ready, Hollywood Rob TV has an interview on the stage with them right now.
One of the most exciting teams in all of Street Fighter League up to this point, taking us on a roller coaster of emotions, feeling like, yo, these guys are just amazing and unstoppable. And then it seemed like for a second things might have been a little shaky, and then we see a huge win again, just reminding us exactly who you guys are, the Vodafone Giants. What's up, fellas?
How you doing?
I don't appreciate you guys, playing with our hearts like that. I'm sure the people at home feel the same way. Because, I don't know if you guys really had to lose those 2 sets that you lost. Like, you seem extremely tough to stop right now. Mr. Crimson, how were you feeling when it came to those two losses? Were you a bit worried too?
I think it was alright. I mean, we lost to Bandits by a really close thing that we didn't expect Balrog counterpick. That was a good one from me.
You didn't expect him to block that instant overhead. That's night.
Yeah, that's on me. But if you lose and that's on you, it's more comfortable that something weird happened or anything. So next time I just know what I have to do. I know which V-trigger pick. I was a bit checky about the V-trigger. I tried the 2 and I go back to the 1. But now I'm focused and I know we're gonna do it.
Okay, and Vegapatch, take me through your mindset throughout this. Like, how are you feeling first as far as like you guys starting off as strong as you did versus when you did have that first couple game dip and then getting that last one you just had? Well, how's your emotions been throughout this entire journey so far?
Well, at the beginning, I was really confident that we were gonna win the first game.
Yeah.
We were a little bit uncertain about Panda Global, especially after the ban thing didn't went exactly as we expected. Then Bandits got us. No excuses there. The strategy was on point. We didn't expect it, like Crimson said. And the one with NASR, I felt really bad about it because I had Fang.
Yeah. So you put a bit extra pressure on yourself when you have your main character, you're saying. Like you feel more so like you want to make sure that you contribute when you have your main.
Yeah. When I play my character, I feel I have a job to do.
Yeah.
I have to do it. And in that one, I felt that I didn't did it.
Yeah.
I beat Angry Bird in a really close game. That was really good. But I feel I didn't play at my best against Problem.
Yeah.
And he got me. When I play Jury, I'm more like, I'm just gonna do my thing. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, I have my guys on my back. So that's how I feel.
Well, I thought a lot, and in fact, I wanted to get to you extremely soon too, but I did offer something he just said there. I would like to bring up Crimson. I think we haven't seen a lot of like people getting banned and then getting a big win. I'm talking about the Street Fighter League as a whole. Problem X has been someone who's done amazing with that up to this point with his Alex, his Honda. And the reason I bring up you, Crimson, is because you just beat Phenom using your G when your Dawson was banned. How confident were you going to that matchup? And in general, when you don't have your Dawson, is there less pressure, less weight on your shoulders? And how confident are you in your G?
Yeah, like Vegapatch said, like G I think is a good counterpick in this pressure situation because you just play your game, you have a good neutral, you can rob the opponent if you need to.
Yeah.
And it's really comfortable to play this character when your main get bans. Actually, we didn't like put all in on my G and saying, okay, you have to beat Phenom, this is your job. No.
Yeah.
My teammates let my pressure go away, and I could they just tell me, play like you want, play your game, and we are here on backup. And that's really comfortable. I can just play my thing, do command grab. And
If you jump it, God bless you. If you don't, GG's. 100%. I mean, and up to this point, just as a unit, Infectious, like, you guys have been so, I would just say, like, cohesive. And even when it looks at when it comes to the point system, like hearing you guys even speak about it off camera, it's like you understand the significance of the fact that right now you have 2 3-0 victories, if I'm not mistaken. So for anyone that doesn't know at home, if it is like a tiebreaker or something like that, they have a great chance to, you know, actually guaranteed, if there's like a tiebreaker, they would be in the lead and make it into the playoffs. So how conscious were you when it comes to studying the rules and even the way that you win? Like, are you constantly trying to make your order in a certain way that maximizes your potential to get the best score and not just get the victory?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The order is so important because if it goes your way and the matches end in your favor and you end up getting that 3-0, then it helps you when it comes down to playoffs if you find yourself in a tricky situation where there's a lot of teams with the same points. So those 3-0s, they matter. Even if you lose and you lose 3-2 or 2-3, it's better to lose like that than to lose 3-0. So minimizing, if we are to lose, the amount of games that we lose is important. But obviously the number one thing is trying to get as many wins with as little losses as possible.
Well, you know, I'll tell you what, a team that's probably doesn't have their moral compass in the nicest place right now, especially when it comes to the next match that they have, is Team UYU. And you guys, you know, you have a very good temperament, very nice and positive guys when you're not squeezing people's hands off of their wrists. But right now, these guys are out for blood. You know, they're 1-4. I see you with the little shrug, but hey, and they might see this interview. Be careful now, because I'm pretty sure y'all banned Cammy last time. And they need to win. Every single match just probably feels like do or die for them. They are coming for you guys. Where is your mentality when it comes to going up against this team?
I think the pressure is on UYU because of the position they're in the league. So we can take some comfort in knowing that we are in a strong position. We're going to do our best to repeat the performance we did last time, but the pressure really is on them.
Do you take any pride or happiness in eliminating your opponents? Like, not just the happiness of, like, for me in a tournament, I love, like, if I'm in losers and I send somebody home, like, yeah, I won, but you going home because of me, I love that. You know what I mean? Do you have any of that in your soul?
No, I don't. I don't think I've ever felt happy that I've sent someone home, really.
No. What about you guys?
Answer you first. It depends about the opponent.
That's respect. Yeah, okay, that's understandable. Well, as far as, you know, you guys know the opponent right now is going to be Vodafone Giants going up against Team UYU. Guys, always a pleasure talking to you.
Business as usual. Vodafone Giants holding down and staying true, right? They're very focused. They said this last week. They take every matchup like they want to break down every instance. And a few weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, I actually spoke with Infectious and he was saying we want to be prepared. You spoke to him too. We want to be prepared for every instance that we run across. And I don't know how many teams have that kind of discipline to say, well, look, I'm really just trying to make sure we're prepared for every instance. There's a lot of great players here. Yeah. Vodafone Giants trying to hold on to that number 2, aim for the number 1 spot. They keep this attitude, they can do it.
Man, and speaking of attitude, I heard Infectious praising Mr. Crimson and Vega Patch. He's like, you two have been absolutely dominant. Like, yeah, it's like, I'm glad I'm on your team, because if I played you, it'd be a whole different story. Vodafone Giants, again, being one of the more serious teams in the roster, and I mean that in a sense that they'll immediately leave the studio, get back to the lab, skip out on having dinner with everybody, and make sure they're prepared for each and every one of these weeks. Now, considering the run back right now between UYU and Vodafone Giants, what are the ban picks? It's Fong and Rashid. UYU targeting Vega Patch. The Vodafone Giants, they're targeting Oil King. That's right. So Oil King not going to have that available. So we're starting off with the heaviest of hitters. NL versus Mr. Crimson. Full capacity. Here we go.
Oh,
damn!
God. The whiff pun is starting
Are you kidding me? My man planned that accordingly. And now
pressure. We talked about pressure in this situation, and this is looking like the NL of old. Okay.
Yoga, fully unlocked. Cammy was in a full meditative state of beating that ass. He said, the mysteries of yoga, no problem. I'll solve it in a heartbeat.
First off, I hope we take the time to highlight NL's game face, because damn, my man looks menacing right now. The scowl on his face while he's playing Cammy.
Oh, I love it.
And Mr. Crimson, just to point out, is at full strength. Definitely one of the most dominant Dawson players we've seen this season, and just in Street Fighter V as a total. This is a big matchup. Not just for Street Fighter League, but just for fighting in general. Fighting games have been on notice for quite some time, especially for Street Fighter. I feel like the last season of Street Fighter has brought out the best competition we've seen so far. Lots of gray life on the side. Just to get out. What a read in L.
He had to. I mean, like, there was nothing else that Mr. Crimson could have done to stop it. I don't know what his thought was in trying to get that.
The shimmy,
no. And the extra damage, too. Spinning the bar. EX Spiral. This man is a calculated killer. This guy is on a roll. I like it. 2 rounds straight against one of the heaviest hitters in Vodafone Giants.
Look, even before we got to this point, we talked about how strong UYU is as a team. Haven't really got the ball rolling 100%, but actually I guess it is because they already got their first win ever in this season, and it can only go up. The second half of the season is looking good. NL is looking sharp early on. I can't wait to see what happens now.
Oh, that's fine. That's actually perfect. You know, he missed the dive kick. Mr. Crimson went for a Yoga Flame as an anti-air, but still trying to maintain this control. Now, Mr. Crimson, you think you could press a button and you thought you could try to buffer out knees?
Just wide awake, tries to slide under it, and Mr. Crimson is in trouble.
Forward throw, does get an Oki, crouching medium punch. Does get the counter,
and beats the slide clean, goes to the other side. NL is on set point right now, going up against Mr. Crimson.
And still build himself a little bit of meter on that. Yoga Anvil, drop it on him. Oh my God, she's bleeding. That was a good amount of health.
Good damage. Gotta push back to this corner.
You pressed a button. You thought you could press a button?
That little walk forward stagger is really calling out. Oh my God, yo, Mr. Crimson out of the corner. Goes for the slide. Mysteries of Yoga, no thank you. Oh, wow, Air Gale with the EX. Good pressure. That Flame is still back there. And now Mr. Crimson, crouching medium kick, Yoga Flame. Oh, not ready for the anti-air back throw, and triggers on the table. Crouching heavy punch activate.
The party's there, and he's getting it started.
God.
You
Yo,
thought
the
Friday nights are for yoga? Nah, Friday nights are for partying. Here we go, dash up twice, don't get thrown. And he knew, but it happens anyway. NL, 4 rounds straight, taking down one of the heaviest giants, Mr. Crimson.
Bro, over the Dawson. The Dawson that has terrorized so many people in Season 4 made it look like nothing. 2-0 nothing. You're eliminated from the queue. Watch your team from the bleachers. Kami coming up, and now you see it's getting interesting, going up against none other than Infectious. Now, if we look at Kami, always stays par for the course no matter what character he ends up on, right? Whether it's the Akira, whether it's the Seth. We haven't seen much of the Akuma this season, but still, just a player on this team that can really, really get the ball rolling regardless of the outcome. And I feel like his play gets a lot of intel from whoever he fights.
It really does. Not even just for Kami, right? We have Oil King and NL paying close attention so that they keep mental tabs of like, all right, Infectious wants to do this and that in certain situations. I got to use that to my advantage and make sure that he goes punished, or doesn't go unpunished, I should say.
So now, they put themselves in a very good position, right? So with Kami going second, that means Oil King, even though banned, is going to be last, but he's going up against a nerfed Vega Patch who will not have access to Fong. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about picking the correct order, looking at your potential matchups, understanding the ban system, because it gives you favorable situations exactly like this.
And I will say, Kami coming into it has been using Akira a lot and is opting to use her again. We didn't do her justice the first couple of times, right? Didn't. But we will say that Akira, again, still being a new character, players are still trying to figure her out little by little. Not even just us, but also the folks over in the hot seat too. A lot of these situations, Kami has actually stolen back turns. We were thinking about some of the fireball situations with EX, right? We're thinking to ourselves, all right, he's able to apply pressure because he's plus. Fact of the matter is, she's actually -2. So the fact that she's able to press a button afterwards should be a key signifier that some of these players are like, I don't know if I should press a button here. Same thing applies for EX Elbow as well.
No, that's definitely true. You have to check. You have to check these EX situations. And on top of that, it is a new character. A lot of people pulling these characters out are really doing this to keep their opponents on their toes. The Akira pick is one of the smartest picks we've seen here. We haven't seen the Oros, but we have seen a Rose or two. We've seen the Akiras. We've seen an E Honda. These characters are definitely getting played. Kami using this character going forward is just a smart choice. Going up against Zeku. I feel like one of the strongest Zekus in the world we're looking at right here.
That's true.
Crouching medium kick.
That's crazy. We have 2 Zekus in the midst of Street Fighter League through Angry Bird and Infectious, but I feel like Infectious is probably the more acclaimed Zeku player because Angry Bird has switched off into Seth right now, so Infectious has like reclaimed the mantle. He's like, I think, you know, I might be the best Zeku boy. He'll never admit it though.
He never admit it. Yo, I like the neutral control right here from Kami. Yeah, and that old man Zeku is really gonna be able to check the jumps, but no jumps coming from Kami. Look at the range game he's playing.
Oh, yes, sir.
4 throw this time.
That's so much space created afterwards, right? Not going to be in hot pursuit for Oki. What a stop! And the EX elbow. What a time to throw out that crouching medium punch from Infectious. No,
what
sir.
a check. Side switch as well. Okay. Oh no, but the drop. Honestly, that situation could have been a lot better. He had the corner, but goes for the side switch.
Yeah, I feel like she could have just neutral jumped and gone for a full combo. Another anti-air from the side of Kami. That's more
got
than
the
enough.
shimmy!
Hey.
Kami, once I've said this every time, Kami always stays par for the course. He definitely does exactly what he's supposed to do in a lot of these matchups. And no matter what the outcome, there's always intel for the rest of the UYU team.
Already off to a fantastic start. First round of game 1 in favor of Kami, trying to go around a little bit more activity in terms of going towards the air, a little bit closer movement, and you're seeing now Infectious being able to grasp these normals within range, counterpull Kami a handful of times and get these conversions, and we're seeing now Kami likes to play the mid-range game from a little bit further out. That's how he benefited from first round. Now it's a different story with the pace that Infectious is setting.
One thing that we haven't seen Kami do this entire time, we don't see him use V-skill with Akira at all. Like, he has his V-skill, and that's one of the things that happens in these matches when you play these newer characters. Applying the V-skill and being able to take full advantage won't be the easiest, even though I feel like Akira's V-skill is very valuable.
He's only going to be able to do it off of a combo ender, right? Using that launcher like that, that's only going to be in situations where he gets a full hit going into that air sequence, right?
But we've seen him get trigger activation multiple times this week and last week. Oh, okay, gets the knockdown. Okay, more jumps coming out this time around.
I think he could have gone.
He got big damage right here if he wanted to. Actually keeps that last bar. Fishing with the back heavy punch coming from Young Zek. Oh, wow. Dash up, back throw, didn't react.
Didn't see an interruption coming at all. And now it's going to be all Infectious. Does have the corners. Ooh, you thought you could get around me? You didn't press a button on me. What is going on?
Scrambled. Oh, the switch up this time and can keep the corner. Oh, big damage right here. No. Oh, went for the throw. Oh, tried to swing.
The turn back.
No, Kami so close. That was.
It's okay. We take it. Yeah.
Okay. There was too much scaling involved. I don't think there would have been enough. Maybe he could have let it rip with the last 2 remaining bars, but I don't know.
I thought you had enough juggle points to do the EX up kicks at the end of that combo. After EX elbow, if you have one more bar, I could be wrong, but you can do EX up kicks. Maybe in that situation, not so much. Maybe not that situation, but I've seen that before.
I don't think it would have killed though. Just one extra bar. I think like trying to find out both maybe, but. I don't know. It's tough. It was a tough call. And Kami also felt the same way. That's why he was so reluctant to do so.
Yeah.
Ended up being his downfall. It's not stopping Infectious from pressing buttons on Wake Up, though. That's for sure. Crouching. Look at that. It takes up so much space, that crouching medium punch from Zeku.
Okay. That call that with that move. Infectious a lot more active with old man Zeku right here.
That's been his patented go-to. I feel like
caught him reaching. Gets the knockdown with the Rekka. Oh, crush. Okay, Wake Up, EXDP of his own. Infectious, still getting back to this corner.
Trigger on deck for Kami. Looking for an activation route. You see it's from the roundhouse. Hit or block is going to cause a scenario where you could possibly get a mix-up. But we'll see if Infectious even gets into that situation in the first place. Low forward confirmed from Infectious. There we go. Mix-up City. Oh, it is the throw. Man, he just yells and energy exudes out of him. That's crazy. Big explosion.
Crouching medium punch, not going to get this mark. EX elbow, Wake Up again. That's going to be side switch. Not enough leader for the follow-up. But falls for the pressure. Kami takes the bet up close. Yeah, that wasn't wise, but here we go.
Tried to press a button, tried to steal away the pressure from Infectious, but keeping it nice and sturdy. Just getting a meaty setup off of the lights. Full counter hit confirmed. It's looking at match point now for Infectious.
Really enjoying this neutral. Smart, patient neutral from Kami in a lot of instances. Not going to the jumps. Nice. Elbow, dash up. Got the counter hit, but he was holding up, so not able to make anything come from that one.
Yeah, getting that reset in the air is going to be pretty good for Infectious, right? Just getting out of harm's way, not grounded. Anti-air, not there! You see the reluctancy from Infectious. I don't know what he was trying to go for.
It looks like he thought it was going to cross up. That's happened quite a few times, and maybe he was trying to adjust for the cross-cut DP. Dash up, counter hit from Kami here.
Alright, you got mid for the next match.
Neutral jump, goes for the cross-up, tries to keep the corner, and ready with the DP. Oh man, that was pretty meaty.
Oh boy. One more touch.
Spins a little bar, needs to be careful there. And you saw the check right there on the blocked elbow.
Any sort of whiff punish for Kami? At least maybe 2 lights. That would be more than enough, unless it was counter hit. Ooh.
Kami needs to stop walking into this. No!
No, you actually got baited. You're actually dead. Critical Art in full play. Here we go, Infectious. Taking it right back in a situation where Kami could have just hung back and gone for the whiff punish.
Definitely forced his hand right there. On top of that, I feel like that's where the patience really did take a part of Kami's game plan. But once again, man, Kami stand par for the so many instances. That first game, I felt like that was Kami's match to win. It was Kami's match to win. But Infectious, known for these tight-knit situations and always ready. But even some of the rounds after that, right? That's one small instance where Kami actually jumped out of the corner after getting the V trigger. That was one of those small instances. But not going to be able to do it with Akira. Once again, Infectious going to rotate to the back of the queue. That actually sets up NL versus Infectious for our first match on our way back through this rotation. On the way back,
that's right. Yeah, in the meantime, we have our 2 anchors, both targeted for the ban. It's going to be Oil King without his Rashid, so it's most likely going to be Seth. Then you have Vega Patch, whose secondary is still unknown, actually. I don't think anybody's really asked him yet, except maybe Tasty Steve. He put his finger in the air. What is it?
I thought we saw Vega Patch with the jury.
Oh, what am I saying? It is the jury. You know what it was? There was instances where the Fong did get tested from Panda, where they actually went for the Fong ban. And I remember him playing against Nephew, and there was a lot of instances where he was trying to steal turns away with those tactics. So my mistake. You know, every single week it's hard to remember.
So Oil King coming up, no Rashid, so we're probably going to see the Seth versus Jury and Vega Patch possibly.
And looking at the stats now that I've looked through the papers, I think, you know, Vega Patch hasn't found a lot of success with Jury. There hasn't been any player that has been kind of like taken by surprise by this character. I feel like she's a little lackluster. I'm kind of curious to see what Vega Patch has done to get himself ready for the counter pick, especially in this leg of the round robin scenario, right? He's going to be the targeted ban for the most part because we all know Vega Patch as the Fong specialist. What happens when you take away the main tool in his arsenal and force this kind of pick?
So this layout, actually, the way this played out for UYU, really not the worst. Kami definitely could have took that set from Infectious. I mean, at least a match or so, right? But Oil King versus Vega Patch, this seems like something that you wanted, especially to set up the order. Vega Patch is hurt by the ban with no Fong, but let's see if the jury can make something happen this time around.
Oh, still ran into the tail end of the V skill. Managed to get absorbed.
Let's stay in medium kick.
Oh, that's negative. You're actually punishable.
Okay.
Yeah, you only want to let that V skill rip in a combo ender or over projectiles, which Jury isn't going to really let loose.
Oh, wow. Not ready for the jump. Life lead definitely in favor of Jury right now.
Reversal that!
Wow. The vocal call out right now for Vega Patch after he got hit by the V-trigger too. And Stud is on the table to stand like king.
It was, I used to, bad luck.
He was talking to himself a little bit. He's like, you know, I used to be able to do that. I'm like, yeah, the patch happened though.
Yeah.
They made it a lot stronger, so you can't do that for free.
Oh, nice.
You can't do that, actually, I feel like.
Walk under, get the jab. Jump light cross up.
You saw the attempt. Oh, that was a nice sequence. I like that.
That was a really good sequence. A lot of times you just take the knockdown, but got carried with it as well. Yo, those charges are adding up. Peep the damage here. This is definitely the end of the round. Big damage.
Even if it didn't kill him, he still had an uppercut to follow through afterwards. So good call out from Vegapatch. Full on critical round. That was a quick round too.
It was a very quick round. Okay. Checking the legs this time around.
Oh,
Nice.
there it is.
Cool disaster.
EX Hekatonkeries for that corner carry as well, applying pressure, but here comes the cross up. You are stunned. More than enough forward fierce to get some extra carry on that. He's still dashing. Crouch. No, no crouch jab.
Throw.
I like that.
Oh, that jab. Oh, what a jump. Wait a minute, Vegapatch.
Oh, you're punishable. No activation. He's stealing turns. He's stealing second. I can't believe it, Steve.
Oh, no. This is not good. Ooh. Lots of scaling here. But
It's an overhead. You never get that. You never see that. But Vegapatch has had Oil King so shook after that reset. The instant overhead was there, and she's still able to follow up with that jump medium kick cross up because she's in Feng Shui Engine.
Wow. What a call out.
That was sick. As soon as that reset happened, I'm like, oh no, Oil King doesn't know about this. Jump short is still within range because of the reset.
And that cross-up tool that she uses. And we've seen it a lot, actually, from Vegapatch.
Damn, that was cool. You rarely get to see that in this level of play.
Speaking of, bro, Oil King is in trouble. Lots of stun, needs to be careful with the jump. She does have a DP, I was about to say, and the V skill.
From so far away, too. Being able to snipe from long range is so important.
And Vegapatch is playing so active with Jury. Gets the anti-air. Trigger activation. Oh, wow.
That was cool.
And the conversion, but the drop kick cost you.
Right.
And was not ready. The trigger didn't come out. Just gonna give Oil King.
It's fine.
Nice!
He knew.
Oil King. You can see the nerves kicking in. And this is the final match in this set if Vegapatch can close it out with the Jury.
I don't even think Vegapatch was able to press a button after the Feng Shui Engine Fireball because he dashed up afterwards. I think they're in a negative position from the range that he dashed at.
Stand medium kick, and you just see Oil King just trying to walk up. Man, Jury's walk speed definitely is going to give you some trouble, man.
It's going to be kind of tough to manage her movement when it comes to checking the lows. Vegapatch is just always...
Nice.
What a call out! That was raw!
Full conversion with the charges, too.
It would have been fine, though. He would have gone into trigger had it been blocked. Oh! That would have been pretty scary. There it is, +2 scenario. Don't press out button.
So scary right there. A lot of times that throw is coming right out. All right, target activation. What are you going to do? This is important. No forward. Still gets the switch up. This dude, Oil King, just goes deeper and deeper with the meta. The crouch jab finds his mark. Oh, wow, the jump out saves him.
Oh, not
still
enough.
alive.
Too much scaling.
Stand heavy punch. The jump missed the decimation sword, and that is going to give Vegapatch the set 0-2 over Oil King. And once again, NL goes up with the weight of the team on his shoulders. And look at the cheese on Vegapatch's face.
My man said, what? He was just looking at the camera like, hey, man, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it.
Don't mind if I do. So now we're going into OT. We're going into OT. NL has 2 members of Vodafone Giants left. First on that list is going to be Infectious.
Yes, sir.
Now, how are you going to approach this, right? Very strong Zeku. You're running the Cammy. You know young Zeku's going to be in play. Or even still just the fact that you can go to old man Zeku, check the jumps because of the DP, make her stay on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, you got a few options here.
There's a lot of options, right? I think old Zeku has a great job of being able to catch characters in midair, jump, dive kick, whatever. Any sort of air options, whether it's a jump normal or a dive kick, it's going to be stuffed out. But just in case, if you have to pursue in young Zeku mode and you have Trigger 2, I think you're going to have a good time either way, right? I think that's what he picks Trigger 2 for in case. Like, if he smells blood and he's on the offensive and he's going to go into young, having that V Trigger 2 is also going to be, like, so beneficial, just covering the air and having that extra option. Because we all know young Zeku's anti-air options are not the best. Definitely not the best. So this is going to be up to Infectious to see how well he can control the ground game to force the air approach against NL.
Well, NL Got his work cut out for him once again in this anchor position for Team UYU. And I know he hates being there, but in all honesty, man, what better player you have between these guys to go up there, put the weight on. NL can definitely do this, but he's got to get through Infectious first. And you still got Vegapatch with the jury.
Oh boy, already off to a little bit of a rocky start. You see the early jump roundhouse. That's usually a big signifier that he tried to get a dive kick going, just slightly mistimed.
Nice. Wow, crouching medium punch. Gets to confirm into the combo.
Nice. Oh, man, this is actually pretty rocky. That is something that NL usually doesn't do, and Infectious is going to run away with it. Does have a significant life lead, and this is a chance for him to kind of build some meter and just bully NL here. Again, now he's forcing the airs. We talked about the ground approach. If it doesn't work, the air approach is coming.
Getting started. Crouching medium kick again. And NL is just not playing well. You can see a huge exhale. He's trying to loosen up. You can tell, man. My man's sweating and everything. The nerves are there no matter how good of a player you are. That's a part of getting to these levels, man.
Wow. Pretty intimidating, right? An intimidating feat, having the hopes and dreams of your fellow comrades in this part of the game. That is huge also. Man, the sweet chin music actually catching her by the waist. On the way up, I should say.
Okay. Didn't get the gram. Infectious just seems so confident in the space he's controlling.
There it is. Does get to confirm finally that he was looking for. EX Hooligan on the way up. Cannon Spike as well. Big counter hit conversion. Build a little bit of meter and get some damage. Target combo. EX, spend it. The throw is going to be enough. Back throw to ensure it, and that's exactly what NL needs to revitalize himself in this game. It's only game one. He's still got a lot to work with. And speaking of a lot, you see down below critical art on the side of Zach.
Yeah, Mr. Crimson even let him know. He's like, yo, you still got meter. Crouch medium kick confirmed to Graham. Has to hold the Graham right after it. This active play is what Zeku was looking for. Getting clipped by a lot of heavy buttons here, and you can tell Infectious is feeling good about it. One round apiece, game number one. If NL loses this set, it is the end for UYU in this team battle. No pressure, bro. Oh, wow, using V skill too on top of it. I like the change.
That's been his, like, I feel like that's been Cammy's in general, like, go-to. The only one that's been using V-Skill 1 is Hermes Venatori, but as it stands right now, Cammy's been using V-Skill 2 for the majority of these matches to kind of make these situations where you think low forwards are going to be... My goodness! In that entire exchange, Infectious has been testing the wits about NL. Using that crouching medium punch, changing it between that and crouching medium kick, finally finds a confirm and goes straight into critical art. They were exchanging a lot of data. The thing is, if you give data to a robot, he's going to download you a lot faster without human error.
Add it to the AI, man. Put it into simulation.
Installed.
I know how to fight Cammy now, no matter what.
Fight.
Here we go. Jabs. Oh. Yeah, this is definitely looking like the Infectious we expect to see at any tournament event right now. Confident life lead going up against NL. NL finally finds a break, eats a back throw on Wake Up in this game too here.
I will say also, on behalf of NL, I feel like he's a little shaky too, to be honest with you. He's missed a couple of big confirms from the first game. Finding one big success after that low medium kick from the first initial trigger.
Yeah, V-trigger 2 on top of that. So you know the anti-air approach is what Zeku was really focused on.
Oh boy.
Okay, stays in the corner. Wait a minute, attacking, getting annoying with it as well. There's the stun, gets a little meter off of it as well. Back throw to maximize it. That's gonna end the round with the bar. Okay.
There we go, NL now finding his rhythm in game number 2. All the data he needed, but when we look at their record against each other, right, NL actually had a better half of Infectious, so maybe that's also coming into play. He's like, you know, some of the tactics I employed last time wasn't working too well. I have to find the adaptations, and it looks like it's been all counter hit city, population Infectious. My man has not stopped pressing buttons. Big opportunity to get the reset, and it will kill if he gets a sequence, but NL taking a gamble with it.
Needs to be really careful right now. The low forward into the CA confirmed. NL is heating up. NL is heating up, and so is Oil King and the rest of the team.
Man, he got 2 rounds. He called heating up. He's about to be on fire. Let's see if it pulls through.
NL, big breaths right here. Big breaths right here. Oil King trying to calm down the crowd.
Everything's A-okay. Round 1. Just telling the crowd, A-okay.
Fight.
So 1 up right now. NL definitely started waking up a little bit. Ooh. The range game from Zeku is definitely working out with the old form.
I love it. Crouching medium kick. Back to back to back to back. Sweet chin music. Stop that. Stop touching my legs.
Oh, activate. Big damage here. We saw him find that hit last time with that medium punch. Back throw. Wait a minute.
Nothing to swing at afterwards. Ooh, wee.
Just perfect distance on the stand heavy punch from Cammy. Counter hit, real
beautifully
close
done.
to stun.
Still pressing a button, but bravery. Gonna get the side switch. Is he gonna spend
Yeah, follow up. Yeah, he's gonna
okay.
spend it.
You're damn right he's gonna spend it.
Trigger. Don't forget you got V-shift, bro.
Nah, he don't need
it.
Oh, he might.
Oh, no, he don't need it. NL with another confirm, and my man Infectious was barely blinking. Didn't even register yet. Filed for the database.
He called fire, now he gets this round back. All the things that he went through in that first game looking like a whole different NL, completely unfazed. What nerves? What do you mean? He's got the Mamba mentality going on right now.
Wow, what a check right there. Sees that he likes to walk up and check you with the legs on the crouching medium kick. Big crush, not close enough to get the crouching heavy punch. Infectious in trouble right here. Infectious under tremendous pressure in the corner. Side switch, and he's definitely going to spin that meter to keep that momentum as well. Gets the knockdown. Old man switch.
Oh. The
Graham.
roundhouse is just outside of the range.
Oh,
Afterward,
activate. This is
crouching
big
heavy
damage.
punch. Spending it on the way down. That's going to be fine. She has enough life, more than enough to build up another one. Oh, boy. Push towards the corner.
Overextending
Back throw will
here.
do it. Oh, instead
Nope.
it's in favor of
Chip
NL.
out. That's it. That's it. That is completely it. NL on his way back takes out Infectious, and we're getting a D-powered Vega patch coming up. I wonder if that confidence is still going to be the same like it was after that last match, and I wonder if NL is going to be bringing that heat. It's going to be 2-1. 2-1 in favor of NL, and it looks like my man is prepared this time. For the weight to be on his back, he might be ready this time. He might be ready.
You were talking about a very valid point earlier. NL now in the anchor position, the sole member. They put him out there first. By the way, fully powered up, took down Mr. Crimson, probably one of the bigger giants in Vodafone Giants. But it's all in the hands of Vega Patch, D-powered, no Fongs bearing, all defunged actually.
The defong. You know, it's really crazy that you look at this because this order that they have for this team really did work out in their favor. Like, it really did. The Mr. Crimson win with no block, they let my man's rock, and he still lost. That is important. That is super
without
important,
a doubt.
especially considering that's one of your biggest guns. And on top of that, NL has plenty of jury expertise and practice versus the one who shall not be named, Infiltration.
But you just named it.
Huh? I mean, so the people who know, they don't know.
So Jury is actually going to be a matchup that he's very much so familiar with because of Infiltration, right? Being the best to ever use this character. I feel like that hit and run style is not going to be the style that Vega Patch actually plays. So we'll see if he can make the proper adjustments because Vega Patch has already taken people by surprise, right? He's already taken down Oil King 2-0. We'll see if it happens again.
Also, you have to remember, if they beat this team, this is definitely an upset. This is the second place team we're looking at. Talking about the Vodafone Giants. Oh, finds a hit, and Vega Patch is in trouble right now. Air to air. Ooh, dive kick block.
Nice.
What a check right there. Not going to go for the throw, but goes for the side switch using the B skill.
That's correct. And doesn't want to be in hot pursuit after the fireball because he is negative, so he just walked up for more pressure. But that's going to be another sequence for NL to get himself critical art. Trigger on board as well. It's up to Vega Patch now to be I was going to say be a little bit more attentive on the ground game because NL does not let any of these slide. Despite the fast dash speed or the increased dash speed, or dash in general, I should say.
Yeah,
he's always going to be ready for checking the dashes against Yuri. Because that's something you should know, right? While she's in Trigger, she travels a lot further and a lot faster.
Oof. I like Vega Patch backing up right here. Tries to retaliate a little too early, gets hit by the low forward, and now is in the corner. NL pacing right now. The back and forth with the pressure against Vega Patch in the corner. The trade, and NL was still prepared. Speaking of prepared, the dive quick switch sides. There's the activation after the jab from Vega Patch. Look at the damage here. No quick tech. Oh, that's going to hurt. Full CA on the table as well. Not going to spend it. Next hit will, though. Next hit, I guarantee you, is going to spend it. And
Oh,
that
for sure.
will be that first match going to NL. And this is looking a lot easier than that Infectious match. And it might be because Vega Patch is nerfed, man. He's not going to be able to use that Fong, as you guys can see.
It's a whole different caliber of play when you're using your secondary. Some players already involved in Street Fighter League have polished and primed these secondaries for this event. But Vega Patch, I don't know how much experience he's had against someone like NL using a secondary, to be quite honest with you. And Oil King has been popping off since, by the way. He is ecstatic. Looking at another potential W on the board. Can Vodafone Giants put a hindrance on that momentum?
Got one charge over there. That's the main game that Jury likes to play, right? You get started with those charges. It's all about utilizing those charges properly. Cross-cut DP to get out of the corner with the chase. NL. Wow.
There, but no, not able to continue the combo despite it actually landing. Big counter hit, miss.
Okay, this is a chance. Wow.
EX uppercut, get off of me, you're done.
I'm out.
Okay.
Yo,
one
Oil
more
King,
round.
pop it off.
Oil King is absolutely ecstatic. Yo, one more round to get a W, another W on the board.
Nice.
Okay. Oh. Wow, tries to go for the throw.
Throw bait. And look at that. Vega Patch already pretty aggressive. But what's he going to do about Cammy and V-Trigger? That's been the main problem. Jury, again, playing the ground game pretty well. But
That's good.
Oh, I like that.
Airborne, it's so tough.
Using that trigger to navigate, get out of the corner a little bit. Finally check with the crouching medium punch. Standing heavy punch gets the hits, and at the last possible second, cashes out that V meter and gets good damage and keeps the corner. Vega Patch is in trouble and on the verge of stun, and that's going to be that, a little meter on top of it. Yeah,
is it in the corner? He still manages to get the full combo as well as another W for Team UYU. Ladies and gentlemen, NL, the anchor, fulfilling his duty as being one of the best Cammys to ever do it.
And getting an OCV on top of it. UYU on the map. That is a big upset. That is the second place team being taken out by the last place team. That is big news. With a reverse OCV at that, you know how many matches that is? That's points. That's points on the board. NL. Holding it down for the squad, and I'm going to tell you right now, the victory is that much sweeter because you took out Mr. Crimson with the Dawson.
With the Dawson.
If you ever need a question of how good NL is, look at what you just saw here. Look at how many people this season have even put a dent in that Dawson, and look how fast NL was like 2-0 peace.
Got it. That's exactly true. Very, very true. When you see a fully unleashed team member,
damn,
you see the true potential, right? And I do say they played it to a very, very good point where they wanted to make sure that their bans were correct coming into the next one, right? If they were aiming for Mr. Crimson the first time, they needed that data to dissect what's going to happen for the next run back, and aiming for that Fong was actually pretty critical. Seeing how it played out, Vega Patch being the last member, so smart. And they got the team order correct. I feel like it was played out to their strength.
If you think about it, though, what if it was NL, Oil King versus Infectious, Kami versus Vega Patch?
Ooh,
I think that's like
Kami does have a lot of experience with like Shine's Jury.
That's what I was thinking. Once I saw this, I was like, if they can get Kami in this last spot, it's really dicey only because you don't know who they're gonna put last, right? Because they did have Mr. Crimson, who could have legit put him at the end. True. Not at first, and that would have switched up everything. But hindsight being 2020, that's to get still the W that they wanted. They have the W here to take out the second place team. The second place team, the number 2 team in Street Fighter League Season 4, falls by the wayside to Team UYU, and that is a big W.
It's a big W indeed. Again, we're going to go into that winner interview, but not without going into our supporters for Street Fighter League. Big ups to Astro A40, providing all of these players with these headsets for each and every one of these team battles each and every single week. And you guys can check it out down below over the Twitch panel. So pick it up, being supporters of the FGC for 10 years. Big ups to Astro.
Well, with that being said, I'm sure Astro would love to hear, just like you guys would love to hear from NL, and he's on the stage with Rob TV.
Yo, I'm feeling a little bit like my guy Funk Flex right now. Listen, everybody can't come up here for good reason. I see a lot of people on Twitter, oh, if only I get the offer. Listen, with all the pressure in the world on these guys, you are seeing them step up to the plate and put on amazing performances. The latest version of that is none other than NL. Hyped up a whole lot going into this tournament. NL, can you explain to us how important that performance was to you on a personal level?
After season 1, I do many lose in a row, so I feel very pressure for my teammate and me. So finally, I got bring good energies for them. So I think UYU more stronger.
Okay, and how did you feel as far as like the character matchups that you had to deal with there? Outside of the jury, I know that's not a Fang's. I mean, that's not a VegaPatch's primary character. But when it came to the Dawson, Zeku, how do you feel about those character matchups personally?
Those matchups in this season, Zeku versus Kemi is slightly Kemi, I think.
Okay.
But this season, Dalsim, people always beat Kemi. With Dalsim in this season, I think Dalsim is so strong, so almost even. But there's some lucky got me. Yeah.
I like what Oil King is saying in the background there. He said nothing. He says not lucky at all. You're too good, and I have to agree with you right there, Oil King. You're speaking nothing but facts. Listen, as far as Team UYU as a whole, some people might have been counting you guys out because of the history, but just like that, you are right back in the thick of things. 2-4 right now. So many teams are close. What can we expect from you guys' team moving forward with the rest of this competition?
We are only 2-4, but we have only chance. Even if now it's bad, I will do my best.
And now, clearly, your best is more than good enough, as we just saw an amazing performance for you. And I am looking forward to seeing yet another amazing match right after this break. We have Team Bandits going up against none other than the creme de la creme, Team NASR.
So, you really want to go through the trouble? Fine. Easy mode too much? Sucks to be you. I'm always ready for a fight.
Riders have to strike out on their own.
Do this!
Coming up next in Street Fighter League, we have another team battle for you today. It's going to be Bandits versus NASR. This is the run back. Do not adjust this channel because it's going to be in full force, right? This is indeed the run back, and we're excited to see it because the bands are going to be different, and of course, it might be a different outcome between these two. The last time they encountered each other, it might have been a full shutout, but it might be a whole different story with Bandits finally getting into their own rhythm. And I mean it for sure when it comes to the vocal rhythm, the emotional rhythm. These guys are as loud as ever.
No, that's definitely true. Bandits is definitely getting better and better, more acclimated to being on this team format, on this team stage, and just an even stronger team. Bandits is looking a lot better. This time, I feel like they're doing the smart thing by banning and Bison this time around. Of course, NASR going to go with the Birdie ban, kind of taking Mena out of the equation, but we've already established, personally, I don't think you could ban Mena. So this match is going to be good. And he's going to be going up against Big Bird at that. So this is going to be pretty good. This match is important because we just saw UYU take out one of the Giants with Vodafone.
All three of the Giants,
all three of the Giants have been taken out. So I'm interested to hear what looks like cheering, what looks like team synergy on the side of things for both NASR with Angry Bird as well as Kaba from Bandits and Mena with Rob TV on the stage right now.
Nice! Okay. We have two of the most exciting players in all of Street Fighter League as far as vocally, and one of the most exciting players in game. My guy Mena RD, we have Angry Bird, and we have Kaba. What is going on, people?
What's up?
What up?
What's up?
¿Qué pasa?
Muy bien.
Oh, yeah, you know, my guy, I got a little something, Mena. You know what I'm saying?
I don't gotta translate.
Yeah, don't disrespect me like that. All right, look, right now, Mena, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you for putting on that show that you just put on for us in that the other week, man. The OCV, you know, right now, you are looking just out of this world, brother. You guys are 2-3 as far as, you know, your team. As far as your next match, you are going to be dealing with Team NASR. And you know, they're the Giants right now. They're the big bad, you know what I mean? They're 5-1, 4-1-5. You're 5-1 right now. You guys are 2-3. So this is an important match for you. How are you feeling like you guys stack up? And, you know, I guess you have to agree that you guys need this win even more than they do.
Yes, we do need this win more than they do, and I think that's actually our advantage.
Yeah.
We have that hunger, that need to win, that extra confidence, that little boost we're gonna have it. And NASR, they're comfortable. You know, they had, I think, the biggest win that they had in this entire event with last week against Panda.
Yeah.
So yeah, like we feel good about it. I think strategy here is not really that useful. You know, Kaba is free to play.
Yes, sir.
Banning me is like just to limit me a little bit. Same to them. So it's gonna be a very good match. I feel very good, and I know they do too.
Yeah, and you know, when it comes to feeling, you know, we talk about boosts and everything. You know, I alluded to it at the beginning of this, but these are the two most like vocal people in the entire Street Fighter League. I feel like Angry Bird and Kaba are the ones who kind of got like, you know, at a party where maybe at first people just kind of chilling. And then that one person start dancing, and everybody start dancing. I feel like that's kind of like you guys in this situation. Angry Bird, how much do you think that you guys affect the outcome of games when it comes to the energy that you're bringing with that yelling and everything?
Like, to be honest, this is a fun tournament.
Yeah.
Like, team tournaments, everyone has a team. It's not like CBT, individual tournament, everyone has to do on his own. This is a team tournament, it's a different dynamic, so I think the tournament should be hype, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for the matter of fun. It's a fun tournament. Like, I need to hype my guys up to have their best performance. I think Kaba do the same.
Yeah.
Because Mena play much better when Kaba
has that energy and everything.
The energy. Yeah. And to me, you know, Big Bird is my best friend, even if we are not in a team tournament.
Yep.
Every time he plays, I do the same. So I said to myself, why I don't do this here when we are even in a team tournament? So I get hype whenever Big Bird plays, and now problem with us as well. So I get hype whenever he does a sick read or something.
Yeah.
So I think it doesn't change the outcome of the match, but it brings a positive energy to the match.
Yeah, which
That's
could affect anything technically.
Yeah.
Okay, and right now, as far as where you guys are at overall as a team, of course, you are just looking amazing, like the runaway favorites, and it's as if the pressure of coming in as the favorite just like meant nothing to you guys because you're performing phenomenally regardless. Right now, with you guys being 6-1, Who do you think is actually the biggest threat to you? Because it was looking like Panda, but now you guys just knocked them down to 3-3. Bandits looking amazing right now. You guys next opponents. The Vodafone Giants have been amazing. Of course, Panda is still great. I really don't know personally who's the biggest threat. What would you say?
To be honest, like to be fair, all the teams are super strong.
Yeah.
So the threat is there equally, I think, because our team is very good. I think we are the only team who have 3 players who each have at least two strong characters.
Yeah.
So I think the ban advantage is in our favor. If there was no ban, I think all the teams will be equal.
Yeah.
But since the ban rule is here, I think we are a little bit ahead because of our character variations.
Okay, and look, speaking of characters, Kaba. Look, there's always new people watching Street Fighter League, okay? It's a whole brand new season. There's new fans, and some people may not be fully aware as far as the history. They may not know exactly who they're looking at when they're watching one of the best Guile players to ever pick up the sticks in Street Fighter V. Your Guile has been banned this entire season, and finally, he is back. Are you ready to send a message to your competitors with your play?
Definitivamente sí, pero primero, darle las gracias a Capcom por la invitación, por permitirme estar aquí en este escenario. Yo siempre, a la hora de jugar, ahora que tengo a mi personaje principal, siento como la confianza, siento que puedo hacerlo. Porque tú sabes que cuando tú coges un personaje secundario, aparte de que tú tienes que desarrollar el personaje, tú tienes que desarrollar los machos versus de ese personaje, contra quién tú vas a pelear. Entonces con Guile ya yo tengo toda esa información, con G yo apenas se la estoy implementando, por eso ahora me siento con más confianza. Y lo mío siempre ha sido, a la hora de yo jugar, pasarla bien, disfrutarlo. No me puedo llevar de que no, a Guile, si pierdo, me voy a sentir mal. ¿Tú entiendes? Ese tipo de pensamiento, ese tipo de mentalidad, porque estos torneos, son algo grandioso. Siempre me pongo a pensar, por ejemplo, ahorita estaba en la piscina en el hotel, me puse a pensar, wow, qué lejos yo he llegado. Y el récord de nosotros estaba 3-1. En vez de yo estar pensando que yo estaba perdiendo, de ti que lo otro, yo estaba pensando que gracias a Dios, gracias a todo el que me ha apoyado, y mira dónde estamos. Que me siento muy feliz siempre de mi rendimiento, no importa si me va mal, no importa lo que yo he hecho, no importa si mi equipo le va mal, nada de eso, yo no pienso en nada de eso. Por eso es que siempre me ven como una persona como feliz, trato de transmitir esa vibra. Y bueno, Guile en esta versión está un poquito intenso, algo profundo, le han bajado mucho, así que yo me siento bien preparado, gracias a Bandits, al entrenamiento que hemos tenido, Bandits, gracias a ti, gracias a Hermes, y gracias a todo el apoyo de la República Dominicana. Y óyeme, créeme que yo tengo que ganar en esto. Definitivamente yo siento que yo tengo que ganar y voy a dar lo mejor de mí, así que se preparen todos.
All right. Let me tell you something.
My man was talking mad.
No. I got most of it. Golly.
Wow, Kaba was talking mad.
Let me tell you something.
Yo.
I can't wait 10 minutes. I can't wait.
He basically said that.
No, what did he say?
Nah, for the what?
Don't say he basically.
The first thing he said was that the thing about playing 2 characters is that even if you learn how to use a secondary, you don't know the matchups with the secondary.
Yeah.
And he says it's gonna be very different because he got all of that with Guile, all the experience, and he knows every matchup. He says that his goal with both characters at the end of the day is just having fun. That doesn't change. It's just that naturally with Guile he's gonna do better because he has the matchup experience. And then he just said thank you to Capcom, and that he doesn't feel as pressure because it's already an honor being here. And he was chilling at the pool when we were down 1-3. Instead of thinking we gotta do better, he was like, I'm just grateful that I get this opportunity and that I got the chance to do better. And he just
was talking mad.
Yeah.
All right, so of course, that's a bit of a uncomfortable position then to be translating and somebody talk for like 10 minutes on one answer. It's hard for you to remember all that, right? Another uncomfortable position that you're in right now that you may not be used to, actually that you're definitely not used to, is not being looked at as at least like one of the favorites. I think you are changing that yourself, you know, up to this point. But even still, I think the same thing's going on with Punk and Panda, right? Normally, if let's say you go to a major, you're MENA RD. You know what I mean? You're a Capcom Cup champion. So you're used to us going in and everyone saying, oh yeah, if there's a pool with you in it, oh that's MENA's pool right there, right? Like one, but right now, when you look at these guys right here, man, look, he got on the all black. He just right there looking powerful next to you. Man, he got on the all black matching and everything, the Under Armour sponsor and all that. He doing it right now. And they're 5-1. I mean, is there anything in you that specifically wants to take these guys out in your next match? And when it comes to the playoffs, regardless of what the records are going into that, all that's dead. The regular season is over. How do you like your chances if you guys fight them in the playoffs?
Now, I'm gonna be real, Rob. This is what I like. I like when people underestimate me. I've said this plenty of times, and this is what I like. I don't like when people think I have to prove myself. Oh, you're the champion, you this, you that. I hate that. I like when people say, this guy is washed up. This guy is not gonna win. This is what I like the most. And I think this is why NASR is one of the toughest opponents, because they're so respectful. I can't really tell myself in my mind, like, Angry Bird, man, I want to kill this guy. I can't say that. They're too nice, and they never underestimate anybody. They're always ready for that. So, like, specifically, of course, I want to win. I really want to win. But at the same time, it's not like I have something to prove, especially against NASR, because this is like a team that I just enjoy fighting against, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last thing I would like to ask you about is just as far as you guys match coming up with Bandits, right? The way I want to approach this is more so, there's different types of champions, of reigning champions, right? There's some who, of course, we're not talking about the guys that are like lazy about it and, well, whatever, we'll wait till the playoffs. Not that. But there's those who just look at it like, yo, you know, I just want to perform like normal. It's one game at a time. And then there are some champions who feel like they know that everyone is out to get them. You know, as you guys are the team that everyone's out to get right now. And that motivates them even more to specifically want to send a message and drop an iron fist like, yeah, we are that good on paper, and we're about to be that good right here, the next game, and the next game, and the next game, and y'all not gonna beat us at all.
Yeah.
What would you say that you guys' mindset is right now in that regard?
As my brother Mena said, like, we don't underestimate any of the teams. That's why I think we are strong as a team. So each team, we prepare hardly for each team in the tournament. We prepare the strategies, we prepare our characters, we get to play, and we expect to win because we have the strategies ready and we don't underestimate our opponents. If we lost, there are other matches to focus on. So it's not just we are focusing on one team, we are focusing on all of the teams at once in the competition. So I feel like when the teams focus specifically for us, it will be harder for us. But since we got like the strategies, the plans, and the characters ready, I think it's okay for us, even if teams are fully prepared.
Angry Bird, extremely well spoken there. My guy Mena, Kaba, always a pleasure talking to you guys, and I can't wait to see that match. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have Team Bandits going head to head with the leader of the pack, Team NASR.
Competitors through and through, having that vocal part of the team synergy is actually really important here. These guys are in the studio. On top of that, it gets really easy to get your mood down when you can go down 2-0 games, right? But we've seen in recent weeks, those OCVs are aplenty. But having that kind of energy, having that kind of someone to back you up, that kind of cheerleading, if you will, regardless of who it's coming from, especially how loud it gets, really does affect the mood of any team battle.
And we're looking at the statistics of what they had prior when it comes to their last encounter. In week number 5, NASR went for the Guile ban, right? You would think to yourself, it's like, all right, who else can we target? Menard has actually had a wheel of characters under his belt. He's already shown off his proficiency with all of them. Hermes Venatori, we've seen him use Cammy as well as Kage. chances are, you know, I don't think Cammy is going to be something we're not going to overlook, so it might be the ban. In fact, that's not the choice. They went straight for Mena RD, as we mentioned, right? They went straight for the birdie ban. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to play out. However, Bandits went around their first time to ban the Rashid coming from Big Bird, and now it's going to be Problem X as the ban choice, which is going to be great. I think overall, Bandits has the upper hand in terms of the ban pick. Right now, it's going to be like, who is Mena RD going to use, as well as where is he sitting in this order? We're going to see how it plays out. Angry Bird is going to be the first one up against Hermes Venatori, and it's going to be that Zeku coming into play versus the Cammy. So he teased the idea of Kage a little bit earlier, but Cammy should be the choice.
Yeah, Hermes Venatori coming up against Angry Bird nonetheless. Angry Bird going straight to the Zeku. It's been a while since we've seen this one picked by Angry Bird, and now it's going to get serious. I feel like right now, just imagine if we had another upset. We had Vodafone Giants go down to UYU, the last place team. What if Bandits could potentially take out NASR in this team battle? I wonder, the second to the last place team, potentially, who knows? But here we go. Angry Bird going up against Hermes Venatori right now.
That's a big signal, right? It should be, you know, if you're in Young Zeku, you should be going to take the air approach. That's exactly what Hermes did right off the bat. But you got to admit, you know, when it comes to Angry Bird, he enjoys the Young Zeku style, primarily because of the threatening walk speed that he has, being able to employ all of these normal stand, short, being one of them, as you saw, take some of that space away. Crouching medium kick to check that the dive kicks misplaced. The whole nine, right? Crouching medium punch is also going to come into effect later on.
Nice.
Jump back short, get off of me, stuffing out the usage of that V-trigger dive kick.
Great patience on the side of Angry Bird right now with the Zeku side switch with the V skill. Air to air light again.
Trigger's almost gone.
Wow, what a warning from the team. And you can hear Big Bird in the background. Trigger is almost gone.
That was actually beautifully done. In terms of executing the plan against Cammy, what you're looking for, right? As soon as she goes airborne, you got to follow up with her.
Oh, wow, tick throw. After the EX Bushin run, actually. I'm not sure if that was on purpose, but it got the throw. Hermes Venatori fighting back with this Cammy to the middle of the screen, and the life lead on the side of Angry Bird.
Oh, instant EX. Nice! Vamos! Finding the opening, and you hear Kaba getting himself started the first time we heard of him, because, to be honest, Angry Bird was in full control that first round. Hermes Venatori now kind of sharpening the angles of his approach, also maintaining the ground. That is a neutral jump. Huge neutral jump.
Gets the, no, that's gonna hurt. Trigger's on the table as well. Not gonna spin it just yet, but look at the damage right there. Little walk back and forth, gets the throw. Trigger is on the table for Hermes Venatori though.
Also, watch out for the slide. Yeah, now you're in critical art territory. You were pretty much dead unless you didn't wait for critical art, because you put yourself at chip territory, right? As soon as that activation happened, it's like, all right, well, the universe is not a threat. I'm going to go into the string, which Zeku can, right? It would be sweep, unleash the entirety of V-trigger, chip away, and critical art, right? So he kind of put himself in a weird checkmate scenario.
All right, let's see. Going back to the stage select, and we know Hermes Venatori likes to do this with the team. And Team Bandits, they do a lot of talking when it comes to some of the matchup situations, right? Still keeping the same character I have. Going right back to Cammy, but this Zeku matchup is not going to be easy. Hermes Venatori locks in to that Cammy once again, and Angry Bird with the lead here. Let's see what's going to change.
That's the kind of thing you really need to let your teammates know as well. Like if you had like a critical situation where it's like, yo, you have to spend this bar, finish this combo, and you'll get a W. Something like that, also pretty imperative. You know, Problem X and Big Bird, though, they don't want to overdo it. I feel like having, you know, that kind of notification, that kind of notice for someone like Angry Bird is more than enough. They already understand what needs to be done.
You got to trust your teammates, right? Like, it's still one of those senses where, you know, these guys are playing, and a lot of people don't respond to in-game like coaching, right? Sometimes you might have to wait to the end of the round, you know? Or maybe they just understand the players enough. These are a pretty tight-knit team with Bandits. They understand how these guys play. Wow, can't believe that was blocked. No throw break, though.
Just out of the ranges of the mediums that Hermes Venatori wants to use to open up Angry Bird. And that's just like, you know, a testament to how disciplined he is in the footsie department, right? He understands the ranges so well, and Angry Bird is not going to give him any sort of opening, just playing the life lead game and playing it as patient as he can.
This series, that series before that jump right there was really strong from Hermes Venatori. Had something working right there, but Lots of chip coming up with that Graham, and he keeps dashing into this range. And I know the Angry Bird is looking for it. These guys are known to check dashes, V-shift to get away. Oh, wow. Yeah.
So just as a heads up, we see a little bit of information there. I don't know if Hermes caught it, but jumping at a closer angle, Angry Bird decided to jump back as well, and he actually hit him air to air. So I'm thinking if you're Hermes Venatori, if you kind of want to keep him on the ground, maybe throw something preemptive.
Wow. The EX actually flipped the dive kick, gets the counter here confirmed. Here comes Angry Bird. This is big damage. Oh my gosh, that's almost stun as well.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's going to be fine. Yeah, they're saying, let go of the stun. It's okay. You have a huge life lead. Again, jump back short. Nice. Another one, wasting a good part of that bar. No follow-up after. And you thought you can get the throw bait? No, sir.
Oh, and this is not going well for Hermes Venatori. Ready with the air-to-air, just did not get the hit and just looking for it. Hermes spending a lot of meter just trying to get things started and not going to get the confirm there. A simple back throw to close out is going to be 2-0 for Angry Bird.
I believe that was 4 rounds straight as well. Angry Bird showing why he's one of the premier players in the world, especially here in Street Fighter League. Being able to control the entire pace just shows you how much he knows about that matchup, and there's not going to be anybody who plays that character, at least here in this league, that is going to stop him.
All right, we got a Kaba going up, and we'll be going up against none other than Problem X, but Problem X doesn't have him Bison. This is going to be sick. Kaba going to be at full power with the Guile. Yep. But Problem X, another player here in Street Fighter League, just another one that you actually can't ban. You actually can't even ban this guy because
and he hasn't even been using the Bison that much, right? I think it's been pretty much equal all around. He's used Honda,
Alex,
and
one Bison. Only Bison one time. Man, they hit us with the let's go. But yeah, I think the fact that we see NASR a lot of times, he said he's scared. I will say, this will not be easy.
No, it will not.
I think it's just hard for Alex to get in here. He has to break so many things to get in, right? The boom, the flash kick. You got to be careful. If Kaba's ready, it's going to be really difficult for Problem to get anything started.
See, he's already getting within range where he's going to try to contest against the Sonic Boom where he trades off with the crouching medium punch. From further out, he might actually go for the stomps. But yeah, trying to get a V-skill instead. The flash shot is not actually there.
This is going to be tough. Like I said, he does have those normals, but that bone pressure, and Kaba, we've seen it in the first season he was here. He doesn't like to give up space. Okay, watch the Oki. Watch the Oki right here. Lariat goes for the throw instead. That pressure is really strong.
Oh, you thought you could move out of the way? That's going to be tough. Still within Oki range, but still the crouching jump. You thought you could walk away again.
Overhead. Has a lot of range.
Plus frames. Oh, you could have grabbed it.
Oh, you got to be quicker than that. Kaba with the ground control. You got to be careful.
Oh, no, you couldn't have. Never mind. My mistake.
Needs to be careful. You see him down back charge, and you see the jabs just to see if he can get a reaction. Stun gun, headbutt, and he was looking for it. The thing about Kaba, I know Angry Bird said he was afraid. The thing is, Kaba's space control is ridiculous. He's an expert Guile player. Problem with the sweep back throw. Lots of damage there, too. Slash elbow, stand light kick, Sobot to start the pressure.
Oh, that's the stomp. Preemptive, too. Catching the startup of that Sonic Boom, that is actually pretty good for Mr. Problem X.
Cool crush. Dash up, tries to go for the throw. Problem X anticipates, goes for the jump instead. Stomp, V reversal. I actually really like that. Keep him away from you, and you got plenty of meter. Make him walk the green mile, bro. Make him hold these booms.
Take my hand.
Ooh, nice. Nah, that's
taking
bad.
A lot of damage. Oh,
you're
no,
dead.
you're actually
he dropped
you're
it.
living.
No activation. No activation yet from Kaba. What are you doing?
There it is. Here we go. The pressure now, plus frames. Now he's going to chase after these booms. No, sir.
Yep, and that's exactly why I said this is going to be hard.
Nice.
Able to get the close out right now, and Angry Bird is getting hyped. I'm telling you right now, to contest Kaba, getting hyped against him.
I don't even know what he said.
Burning straight. Upside down kick. Got to watch the lariat. Ready and the walk-in as well. Could have did a little more, but I feel like the message has been sit with that walk-in just to get the punish. Boom, EX.
A lot more boom usage. EX slash elbow not going to be enough right now for Problem X. Forward throw, give him that suplex. The Sobot to back away to safety. Here comes that trigger activation. Do not get caught moving or else you're going to be put to sleep.
Okay, needs to be careful and watch for the stomp.
That's huge.
He ducks it. EX to get the knockdown. Lots of trigger. The close stroke. He could have closed up. Hyper bomb. Nothing for mix up here though. Crouching medium kick, spinning the meter. Needs to be careful. Those down backs could be a stomp. They could be a stun gun headbutt, and there's trigger there. Even if you get a hit right now, the knockdown that comes after it is good.
He still threw a bloom, knowing that then there you go. Problem X was willing and waiting. Power bomb. Is he gonna get a hyper? He's always close enough to do it.
Oh wow, knows that that's not a block. Oh my gosh, the pressure.
Necesito un respiro, sácalo.
And that was
forced him to sit there and guess, Steve. He forced him to sit there. Take these boots real quick. Get up, boy. Lariat. What are you gonna do?
Sí, tranquilo. En verdad,
I think they're telling him the right thing.
Exacto, tú lo tienes totalmente dominado. Él tiene que tener cuidado con la pata media agachada y la vaina, el jodienda, esa que el tiro, el trigger.
Yeah. You delay throw, right?
Yeah.
Hit the top of head, that would neutral jump on wake up.
Okay.
That would be delay throw.
Yeah,
watch out, watch out.
Ya no tiene barra, tú lo matas heavy, pero cuando él tenga barra, respétale un chip.
I really felt like that match was Cobble's. A small instance. Oh man, this is not good. Watch for the reset, jab, reset on top of it. Booms starting to add up. And the placement, finding the gaps right here in the boom pressure to do stop. See, yeah, that was the situation we saw last week. Keeps you honest.
Oh, you get the tuck him in again. That extra range. Fighting Alex, all the right tools. Oh, don't hit. Oh, gotta grab him again. Oh, power bomb.
That did not damage.
I saw what you did there. Shout out to the boy, the homie Dan, bro.
Yeah.
Oof.
Boots of Justice not finding the target.
Oh, okay. Back to the super active space control that we saw so well work for Kaba, right? There you go. Don't let him get the trigger. There it is, though. The V skill, excuse me.
Oh, that's not a bad trade-off for Problem X at all, right? That jump roundhouse to check the Sonic boom.
All right, needs to be careful here. Needs to be really careful. Oh, gets the counter hit confirmed this time, though. Tries to go for the throw. Sobot back. I like the option. Needs to be careful for stomp. You know he's reading it.
Oh, boy, but still not going to be coming to fruition just yet. He's been so aggressive. The DDT!
Need to jump. Got to look for the stomp. This should be, no. Makes him hold it. Got to look for the stomp. Got to look for the stomp.
On to the other side. Doesn't even want to risk getting chipped out.
Trigger's still there.
Or just chipped in general. Oh, boy!
Not enough to get the kill, though. EX. If he can make you block a special, he can cancel into another, so if he gets the hit, it's going to hurt. Okay, spins the V skill.
Oh, that was a big... Oh, my God. He's still within range of power bomb. Plus frames.
Dead.
Oh!
Yeah, tried to jump out, and you know Kaba is feeling that one. You know Kaba is feeling that one. Match is going down to the very last right there, and it's all because of these hard reads, man. Really was able to get into Kaba's head. Remember how Angry Bird said he was scared? That is what that looks like. Trying to jump versus Alex, lariat in the corner, you're getting full combo.
You have to guess.
You have
Plus
to guess.
Plus 3 scenario, there could be a medium punch that follows through, even a delayed hyper bomb or power bomb, etc. But fact of the matter is, man, that lariat is going to be what the catalyst is, what's going to start it all off, right? That plus 3 scenario is going to make you guess. And actually, even before that, EX Stomp being plus as well, you have to make sure you don't throw those booms, because if he's down back, and you're going to be slacking.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, the pacing at first in that first game was so perfect for Cabo. And it was more of the wear and tear, because you saw Problem X just like, you know what, I got to eat all this right now. Because you know, if he reads Stomp, Flash Kick is always going to hit. If he reads Headbutt, it's the neutral jump always works, right?
He never really uses it in a way to initialize the offense. He used it reactively against Sonic Boom.
No, that's true.
Majority of the time. So that scenario is never going to really come up as Kaba. So that's the problem. It's like, damn, you're literally taking away one of the biggest things I have in my arsenal, which is Sonic Boom. You're taking half of my special moves away while you have meter.
He did it in the first game. The Stomp came, Flash Kick. He tried to do Stun Gun in the corner, neutral jump.
He faked them out. He
right?
thought there was going to be a Sonic Boom, and then Problem X was like, all right, I have to react to the booms. I can't preemptively think it's going to come out.
That's true. And there was a lot of jump-ins that started to work, even though they traded with some of the booms sometime. Those jump-ins definitely started adding up for Problem X. But the problem right now is that you have Problem X and Angry Bird sitting behind this match, right? This could be a team wipe right here if Big Bird, who's completely capable of doing this, versus Bandits, Mena, RD. Now,
right.
even if this win goes the way of Mena, he's got two of the best players in the world sitting, waiting, and willing to play him right after this. But I want to see Mena do it. I can tell you that right now. I want to see Mena make these guys sweat. I want to see somebody go by the wayside, give us a match here, because honestly, the lock-in with Sakura coming from Mena, I'm not surprised. Able to control the neutral versus both of these characters that he's fighting against right here. But it's more about the skill now, man. It's all about who wants to win more. We're about to get into it. Angry Bird, one last pop-off.
Right before the game starts. One of the things I did see in a matchup with Big Bird, right, being able to traverse past Sakura's low forward fireball pressure is the use of that V trigger too, right?
No, that's definitely true. Going to be able to cover a lot of distance. Didn't confirm the low forward. There's two matches going on. Cabo versus Angry Bird shouting. Mena versus Big Bird in this match right now.
Oh yeah, we saw this in the wayside from Nephew versus Big Bird.
Fourth throw, low fourth this time?
In terms of this matchup. You can't throw a fireball unless it's a hit confirmed.
Nice! Wow, I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he did that. Wow, oh my God.
Don't get thrown out. Oh, I like it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Committing. Maybe thinking he was going to try to throw a fireball. Not sure. Maybe try to get something in between there. Not going to work. Mena going to hold his ground, get this first round versus Big Bird. He needs 3 more.
I like that. Coming in from Big Bird, does get the carry as well, but still in that territory where Mena is going to be raining these normals, making these normals kind of a presence known, right?
Thing is, this is ground game that Mena wants to play in. We've seen weekend, we've seen last season. It's one of the best things that Big Bird can do. He's really good at checking you at these ranges with Kent. And don't let him have Rashid. He's still going to be checking you with the jabs. You're not going to be able to get in versus this man like this. Oh, wait a minute.
That was EX Tatsu. 100% EX Tatsu to close the gap.
Needs to be careful. EX.
Oh, that is a punish. Yes, sir.
Meaty. Oh, spins a V reverse. What a check.
Not going to spend it the next time. And you saw Mena RD go for a way heavier normal from close range. Big Bird 100% willing to test that. And he's going to keep 2 of his bars.
Okay, 2 rounds. Oh, Tex Fusion Night Chop. Oh, EX.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, it doesn't even want to give him the activation. Very smart.
Oh, gets it this time.
He
not close enough for the hit, even though it found its mark.
You gotta be closer than that. No forward confirmed yet again.
Nice!
Overhead. Oh no, the threat of the throw instead. Frames after that, got away, but still.
Mena overextending right there. And even I was like, don't dash forward, because I know he wanted to. One of the strongest things that the Birds do, they check those dashes. They do not let you get anything started when it comes to the neutral game.
Down to the final game, potentially for Big Bird and NASR. Right, up 1 whole game. But it's been kind of tough. Mena RD hasn't found the right rhythm in terms of opening up Big Bird in the neutral. Okay, I like this now. A whole different changeup. Man.
The jab, stand like kick, heavy punch, dragon punch. Oh my gosh, the confirms, wake up EXDP. Small life lead here for Mena in this second game. Oof.
Flush, V-skill after that. Does get the follow-up. That's going to be a half the amount of damage. You're actually potentially dead. Uppercut, more than enough. I like him spending that bar now, too, to ensure that round, because he's going to build up a lot going into the next one. Mena RD, his confidence is back in the game for game number 2. Checking with the roundhouse already to see if Big Bird's willing to bite with a lighter normal. Oh boy, EX uppercut still finding the mark. I like the bravery forward throw now.
Knee bash, standing heavy kick, backing up a little bit. Looking for that low forward. It's definitely been a tool that he's been confirming so much.
Can we talk about his hit rate?
Okay.
Confirming these low forwards. Absolutely stellar.
Forward throw, looking for a button from Big Bird. Nothing. No checking on the jab. Tries to do something to light kick. Tatsu finds his mark.
That was a counter hit too. Does get an extension after that.
Oh, trade. He's not going to let you get away with that. He's not going to let you get away with that. And he's almost got trigger. We know what that looks like, but it won't be enough. That's going to be a match on the board 2 rounds straight as well against Big Bird.
It's so powerful when you have the fireballs in your arsenal via meter, EX bar, and you see Ken just having to take it. There is no trigger 2 to stop it. So it makes it an even bigger threat for Meta RD. We're going to spend that. Damn, that was a clean jump in. Let me fix my face. Hold up. Big Bird said he was unfazed by what now? You have meter for who?
Oh. Okay. Extension here. Using that V skill 2 once again. Mena constantly dashing up. Stand light kick finds us mark. Here's the activation and lots of stun on the side of Big Bird. If this works out, and it is, this should be the round if played properly. Gets the stun. Give me some meter on top of it. DP. No, goes to the EX Tatsu instead. There's the DP.
Not enough.
That's how the game starts for Ken. The back turn pressure. Then spend the meter though. Knee bash. Any hit can do it for Mena. He just has to find it. Low forward Shirayukin.
EX.
This doesn't work?
Went for the juicy stuff, and it's just not juicy enough. Mena is on set point. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That was way too much juice, if you ask me.
Yeah, man, overflowing the cup, bro.
I feel the diabetes from here.
Okay. Move forward. Okay. All right.
Checking with the stand short, right? Primarily because he does not want Big Bird to steal the momentum away. Does not want him to get the gashes up. Does not want him to play close. Again?
Damage. He wants the damage. That neutral jump reset here. Look at the red on the life bar of Big Bird. Forward throw. Real close to getting the closeout. And then actually beat the Shinryuken. That is going to be the set 2. Oh, was that 2-0 or 2-1?
2-1. Let's go!
All right, we're going into extra innings, people.
Mena RD rewriting history. After what happened in their first encounter in week number 5, Mena RD actually got 1 game to Big Bird's 2. Changing places now as the sole anchor for Team Bandits, looking to take up another match against Angry Bird. That's going to be pretty tough, right? He still has 2 more players to go through on top of Angry Bird. He also has Problem X.
I hope you got some quick maths, my man.
Better pull out the calculator.
Bro, even Angry Bird going up to play, laughing. That NASR outfit on the Zeku here.
I'm just gonna play ult this much.
I don't know what he said. I'm just gonna play ult. I can't remember. I can't hear what he said, but sounds like a plan.
I was thinking about Kava just going nice the whole time. So this is gonna be very important, right? Mena RD. I mean, of course it's gonna be very important, right? This is the second run around in the round robin. No opener off the low medium kick. Wasn't confident in it.
Punish.
Ooh, crouch short. You hear Big Bird say punish in the end there.
Too sharp of an angle. That's gonna be huge from an RD. Does get Oki after that. Big counter hit. Gets another set of Oki right there. He gets one to match the other one off the uppercut. Check the shoes, and that's gonna be the stun.
Check the shoes.
A lot of damage.
Check the stun. Big damage and EX on top of it, so gonna cash all out right here.
The throw's gonna be more than enough. The tech is there from Zeku, but still, they both cast at the same time. Mena RD gets the better of that exchange. Already getting first blood in game 1.
Let's go. Bro, I can see Phenom in the background actually getting hyped. Damn. Double crouch and medium punch. First round still on the side of Mena.
Does get the opener low medium kick. A top to the follow through afterwards. Excellent EX grab. EX uppercut fires right back. Mena RD just understands when you want the momentum for yourself. Not gonna let him have it. Roundhouse with the turnabout. Anti-air, not there. Jump in is clean for Angry Bird.
Not sure what that was. You hear Big Bird, let him know he's got something coming. Activate V reversal just to stop it.
Nice. Big counter hit conversion as well. No, not enough. The pushback. Couldn't convert into the into the
Big
round.
Bird says he's gonna dash. 2 jumps follow.
Plus
V reversal. That was smart. Gets the knockdown, holds the charge fireball.
Nice. Too much block stun on it. Way too much block stun on it. That was great for Angry Bird. Very lucky.
Angry Bird needs this round to stay alive, or he's going to be eliminated from this team battle, and it's going to go to Problem X. Big damage here.
Man, you can hear Big Bird just going through the whole sequence like EX, EX, shoot the J, shoot it.
Walking up behind the fireball. Oh, back
he still
throw.
ran into the throw.
Back throw. Oh. Catches the dash. EX fireball. Excuse me, that powered up fireball. Wake up Dragon Punch. Oh no! Bad jump, and that's going to be the match. One game apiece here. One game apiece here. Mena needs this match if he's trying to get to Problem X.
I thought that was just one straight.
Oh, wow, that was the first game. Excuse me. I'm thinking the Mena won the game. My bad. Sorry, guys.
Very similar fashion as to what we saw with Big Bird, right? 1-0 against Mena RD. Can Mena find the right adjustments? Nice. Damn, you thought you could jump in on the gram?
Crouching medium punch, and this is starting to look like a slide in favor. Okay. Base the DP once again. This is how we saw Mena get started last time. Wasn't ready for activation, gets the EX, and that stun right there again. Wake up. Yeah,
EX, uppercut. I like that neutral jump to get himself ready for the trigger activation, but now back to the grand play. Raw activation. Just ran into it.
Needs to be careful. Old man Zeko means you're not going to be jumping. That's going to be the round. More. Bandits might be in trouble. Mena, with a valiant effort, taking out Big Bird, was going to need 2 rounds. 2 rounds if he wants to keep playing this match. If he wants Bandits to still have a chance. Crouching medium punch. MVP right now.
Still has a lot to go through, right? He still has to put a W on the board for this matchup. He's to win 2 against Angry Bird, but right now, yes, sir, the pressure is just too far away to continue with that counter hit, with that pushback as well. Oh my God, are you extra stunned? Not quite. Okay, you are. But the scaling is going to be too significant for you to finish it off in this combo. But what's going to be the play? You're dead. That's what the play is going to be. You're going to run into my normal. I'm going to activate this trigger, and I'm going to eliminate you for the second time around. That is going to be Angry Bird 2-0, eliminating Bandits this week.
That is a hard draw, man. If we go back and we look at these matches, right? Like the Hermes match versus Angry Bird, it was 0-2. Cabo versus Problem is what I want to talk about. Sure. The thing about that is that match could have went, that set could have went either way, I feel like. Just with the way Cabo was playing. Had a few good reads, but the thing is, Problem X is just way too patient with that. Alex really knows how to get in your head. Really knows how to influence the grappler mindset on many that he plays. But that's going to give NASR the team victory. It's going to be 3-1. Going to NASR. They're going to keep that that first place spot at 6-1.
Man, they got 7 wins in that entire set, right? 2 apiece. Angry Bird actually got 4. Problem X got 2. Big Bird went down to the wire, Mena RD with 1, right? So that only makes it a little bit better. I feel like getting those extra W's and, of course, the team win this week. Really kind of reflecting on Bandits' gameplay in this set. I don't think Cabo was prepared for Problem X's Alex. There was a little bit of conversation there amongst their team. You could kind of see Cabo's demeanor as well, and even the Birds called it out, like he's scared. In the other matches that he played against during the first round robin, if he's not popping off in his seat already, there's something wrong here. There's definitely a clear message being told, and one of those messages could be that he wasn't ready for the Alex pick.
I mean, it didn't seem too bad, though. It literally was. It was like a bad, he jumped in the corner, he jumped in the corner to lose that last match, and just reacting to something like he did slash elbow. That's one of the things we've seen Problem really do with Alex. Slash elbow, stand light kick. It's called Punk. It's now called Kaba, and just that stand light kick, elbow slash. Really good dashes forward from the range. You don't have, it's not too much committing to it, covers enough space, as well as just that crouching medium punch. Just really had Kaba on notice a lot of the times, as well as just whiff punishing with the standing heavy punch. That's so much damage. Stand heavy punch, charge into heavy kick slash elbow into EX cross chop. It was taking off so much damage. But that's just the way it's gonna go. I feel like you really need to stop a character like Alex in his tracks because, and it was working for a time being. It's just that Problem X with the rebuttal.
Yeah. And so again, NASR taking the better half of the exchange against Bandits in 2 weeks already we're still in week 9, but we still have so much more to go. And of course, we have so much to be thankful for when it comes to Astro and these A40 headsets, against supplying all of these players with these excellent headsets, as well as the mix amps, being able to take full control of the volume and just the quality of the headsets in general, just so durable and best when you need to get the comms going, especially in the world of Street Fighter League. So again, pick yours up today. The A40 headsets provided by Astro down below on the Twitch panel. Check it out while we get into this next interview with the winners. Rob TV is standing by with Angry Bird of Team NASR.
There's just something about the greats. Plenty have tried and plenty have failed. No matter what, this team always seems to find a way to get it done when it matters most. And in this case, there was no difference. Angry Bird, how do you feel about that performance right there? You had Mena in a tight spot. Of course, he's been playing amazing. I thought he might even had a little reverse OCV coming.
Oh, last year he OCV'd us when we were with Sakura, so I'm not letting him do that again with this year. And last time when I played him, I picked Seth. The reason I picked Seth is against Sakura is because to check the dash and anti-air. Then I said to myself, why can't I just play old Zeko and do the same? Just play patiently, wait for him, and I have grams. I can fight him from like from far away.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, Zeko is better against this team because I can play Zeko against Kaba and Hermes as Kami. And Menas, if he picks Sakura, because we weren't sure if he's gonna pick Sakura or not, I told Big Bird, I'm ready in this matchup because I just play old Zeko and did the same as I do. It's just wait.
Well, you know, you referenced last season. In last season, of course, you were one of the Seiko MVPs, one of only 2. So this isn't something that's just being handed out or anything like that. You played a completely amazing. This year, I feel like you were playing just as great, but I don't think you're in the spotlight quite as much, and I think that's more so just because your whole team is playing amazing. Can you express to us how different this experience is now versus last season? Also, last season, you guys started off poorly and had to bring it back. This time, you're just kind of cruising the whole way through.
Oh, you just said it right now. Like, we've been playing very good from the beginning. That's why no one has to carry the other. I think the Evo Champ is doing a great job.
Yes.
Like, beat Phenom and Punk with Alex. Also, we're doing our job. We're trying to win our matches as well. Big Bird doing insane job with Ken, and I try to like see the right matchups for my characters, Seth and Zeko. So I think our team is very strong, and I'm happy to be teaming up with these guys.
You know, you seemed extremely confident in that Sakura matchup. I don't think I know about any Sakura specifically being over in the Middle East. Where did you get this practice from?
To be honest, I actually have a little knowledge of Sakura.
Oh, okay.
Like from watching videos. But since I came here, I've been playing Nephew. We played Zeko Colleen, and then after that, I actually didn't ask him. He played Sakura without asking him, and I played him with Zeko, and I felt confident in the matchup because I practiced with him. So I just want to thank him for the practice.
Okay, and, you know, big shout out to Dark Neff as always. One last thing I do want to bring up, my guy Problem X, you know, with that Alex is looking out of this world. We have never, ever seen Alex play at this level in the history of Street Fighter V. What do you think about Problem X's performance thus far, and especially right there against Kaba? Because I do think that's a matchup that Gao does well in, too.
Oh, actually, we didn't expect Problem to win this one, but he surprised us winning with Alex. So Problem is the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
Definitely agree that Problem is making the case. Look, if you didn't have Problem as the GOAT already, it's kind of hard to argue with my guy not even using his main and doing work against pretty much everybody in Street Fighter League. I can't wait to find out what happens with the rest of these matches, but before we get to that point, we do have some closing statements from Tasty Steve and Vicious over at the desk after the Astro listen-in.
Nice, we take it. Really good.
It's okay, we take it, yeah. Right.
You play really well for our improvisation matchup.
Yeah, basically.
Just two key drops, but
yeah, it's all good.
You won at the end. It's on him.
Nice! Let's go!
Let's go!
Clutch!
That was too up.
That was kind of like clutch god.
No, I told you he don't want to play you.
Yeah, he don't want to smoke. Problem, by the way, just one more thing that you need to take note of. When you're trying to bait the flash kick, you delay throw, right?
Yeah.
He's the type of player that when you two jump on wake up.
Okay.
That would be the delay throw.
Yeah,
So watch
yeah.
out from it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the centre of the world. Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
This country is incredible. I will become a lawyer. I have to.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Who are you? Herlock Sholmes. You must have heard of me.
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san.
Let us engage in the art of deduction, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, what have we here? It would seem the truth is now tantalizingly close.
The defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Objection! Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
You're the best lawyer in the world.
Lock and loaded, it's time for war.
Can't start a show without the star.
This is the path of my destiny. Come on, let's turn up the heat. About time to finish this. See what I'm really made of.
I'll show you.
How do you like this? It's time for war.
That is the truth of what you must seek.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Street Fighter League Season 4. Just finished up week number 9 in an extravagant fashion, right? We have the runbacks happening in full force with a couple of big surprises, right? Let's start things off with UYU versus Vodafone Giants, right? The Giants have been looking pretty good in the top 3 spot, pretty consistent. Started things off showing their dominant force as the new kids on the block. However, the second run around, they came into a new and improved UYU with a different band as well as a fully unleashed NL Steve. I said Steve. Steve, break it down for me real quick. It was pretty big, right? We're talking about how it all transpired and how NL was able to play please break it down for the folks at home that missed this imperative moment for UYU.
So the fact of the matter is that UYU has been struggling since they've been included in Street Fighter League, and it's not because of the team's bad or anything like that. It's just this is an international players ball. It's not going to be easy to get that traction, start getting wins, especially when you got teams like the Vodafone Giants, NASR here. But NL has been the target of a ban half and half this season, right? Half and half of this season, they've been going back and forth trying to kind of ban them. But at this point in time, especially after that interview where he pointed out, he's like, look, we're still kind of dealing with that pressure of me being at the end a lot of times. I need to get used to it. And this is his first time here. The pressure is at an all-time high. So I'm expecting the team was looking for him to kind of step up. In this instance, he did. The reverse OCV to take out the number 2 spot team for the longest time with some of the strongest players here in Street Fighter League, with definitely some of the strongest players in the Street Fighter world here for you guys to see. That was pivotal. The fact that they got that, and it gave them a lot of matches to go towards that scorecard, because we are really close to having 2- and 3-way ties a lot of the time out of there. Kami as well, still staying par for the course, like I said. Always does diligent damage when it comes to dealing with any matchup that he comes across. I personally feel like he's always trying to shifting his gameplay to get back in control. And just Oil King still one of those players that really took the anchor role last season, not doing so well this season. But in this case, this goes towards team morale. They get another victory, taking out the second place team, and a lot of matches to count to boot. I think that's one of the best things you can ask for UYU going into the second half of the season.
I will say there are instances where Oil King really comes to shine, right? He's actually clutched out some of the first W for their team, as well as providing that strategic and moral support when it comes to the cohesion of UYU, right? It is a brand new team in terms of adding NL, but now he gets to really be acclimated with Kami, considering their experiences from the past season. So he's going to be the main component or the main catalyst to fuel the success of UYU right now, because as it stands, NL finally finding his rhythm, being able to play under pressure, and Oil King's just reassuring him, like, you know what? You just got to keep playing your game. You have Kami Unleashed now. Show them your true power. And we're going to see a lot more coming from this team, especially in this second round robin. Moving on, Bandits versus NASR. It is a repeated history when it comes to this matchup. NASR taking it down, not in a full 3-0. Instead, Men RD actually finding success in the matchup against Big Bird, kind of trying to rewrite it, only to fall short to Angry Bird 2-0.
Well, I mean, even after the interview, we hear that he says, hey, I had a little experience versus nephew, which is one of the things we talked about in the interview, that Rob TV talked about in the interview, how these guys were literally just practicing, playing, going back in with the Vodafone Giants, but these other teams are playing with each other, getting experience, and now that experience have helped him get a dominant victory versus Men RD, who was not playing shabby at all. It's just, you can hear once Angry Bird got to the interview, very confident, very well spoken, and even told you the thought process behind the matchup. Said, you beat us last time, I'm not gonna let you beat us again. I actually am a little more familiar with it after checking the tapes myself, and that is one of the things that led to that victory. I'm glad that Rob brought up him being a Seiko Player of the Day holder, a Seiko MVP from last season, as well as part of the seasonal champions here for Street Fighter League, because Angry Bird, one of those players that I feel like we didn't get as much shine this season from, especially coming from what Rob just said, makes a lot of sense to see him still be such a confident pillar, and say not the fact that Angry Bird wasn't putting on for the season, but he really didn't have to, considering how well the team is doing. They're still 6-1, and confidence is super high. And these guys are still trying to improve. I don't know what you can say for a team like NASR, because they only have one loss, except for I hope you can hold that lead.
Their game and match differential is actually through the roof too, because looking at what happened between Bandits in 2 weeks, right? Angry Bird has not fallen short to Men RD. Actually, a lot of these players in NASR, actually, they went for a full-on sweep, right? In week number 5, it was 3-0. In this exchange, it was 3-1. Big Bird, the only one falling a little bit short, but they've accumulated 7 Ws, right? Angry Bird with 4, Problem X with 2, Big Bird getting at least 1. So it skyrockets up even further, enough to be a significant threat for, or at least contention for, top 2, no matter what, I feel like. In fact, let's take a look at the standings and give a full breakdown of where we're at currently. NASR, again, in first place in dominant fashion with a single L under their belt with 6 big ol' wins. Then the Vodafone Giants coming in at second place, 3-3, tied with Team Panda, 3-3. Then down below, Nordaman still looking to play their 6th game. However, Bandits and UYU, despite UYU taking the W today, they're still at the wayside, but down below, along with Bandits at 5th and 6th respectively. Ladies and gentlemen, it is getting so close. You could see the stats right there from the standings. There is a potential for so many tiebreaker scenarios.
It definitely is, and this is going to set up what happens for us next week here for Street Fighter League Week 10. Our first team battle will be Panda going up against the Vodafone Giants. That's number 1. Number 2, we're going to get some more NASR first place action because they're going to be taking on UYU. Can UYU pull out another upset like they did versus the Vodafone Giants? Will Panda take out the Giants themselves? We're going to find out next week, and I think it's going to be a good one. I know it's going to be a good one because I implore you, I ask you, I put it on message boards as I'm still trying to find it because I can only see it here. I dare you to find me better Street Fighter. I dare you to find me better Street Fighter than what you're watching, especially with the way Season 4 is going.
I mean, what else can be said other than that, as well as thanking our sponsors, Astro, with the A40 headsets. I was telling Steve earlier, if it ain't a headset with Astro, I don't trust you. And again, all of these players are rocking the A40 for the crisp, clear communication, as well as getting all the game sounds, being able to control it in full depth with the mix amp being the official headset and mix amp of Street Fighter League. Check it out down below over the Twitch panel. So pick it up, being supporters of the FGC for 10 years. Big ups to Astro. Again, you just experienced week 9 of Street Fighter League Season 4, but we got so much more to go through in this second round robin, but you gotta wait till next week, and until then, we will see you with more Street Fighter 5 action.
This is the second place team we're looking at. Talking about the Vodafone Giants. Oh, finds a hit, and Vega Patch is in trouble right now. Air to air. Oh, dive kick block. Nice. What a check right there. Not gonna go for the throw, but goes for the side switch using the B skill.
That's correct. And doesn't want to be in hot pursuit after the fireball because he was negative, so he just walked up for more pressure. But that's going to be another sequence for NL to get himself critical art. Trigger on board as well. It's up to Vega Patch now to be a beat Trigger 2, right?
No, that's definitely true. Going to be able to cover a lot of distance. Didn't confirm the low forward. There's 2 matches going on. Cabo versus Angry Bird shouting. Mena versus Big Bird in this match right now.
Oh yeah, we saw this in the wayside from Nephew versus Big Bird.
Low forward this time?
In terms of this matchup. You can't throw a fireball unless it's a hit confirmed.
No! Well, I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he did that. Wow, oh my God.
Don't get thrown now. Oh, I like it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.